Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we're here. We're alive. We're alive. Welcome. Welcome. Kate, thank you so much for the kind intro. We really appreciate it. It's a good time. It's a good time. So I guess we're just getting started. Hello, everyone. My name is Ordle. With me is Hybrid Mario, or Mario, of course. We will be your casters for day one, as Kate so lovingly gave us intros on. To give a little bit more background, we are here to cover day number one, which I believe is 3 rounds of games. Very excited to see what we get. We'll get a taste of both the high lobbies as well as the low lobbies and everything in between as well. To see all the silly antics here, and all for a good cause as well. I fully expect some fun times, some silly times, and maybe some unorthodox comps, depending on where you look. Mario, I'm fairly excited because this is a treat to be here. What about yourself? Hopefully, you're having a good day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This will be my first time kind of co-casting a more official tournament other than my smaller stuff. So I might well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, but I'm here for a good time.
Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. And tell me a little bit more about yourself because you did say that you do your own tournaments and stuff like that. I'm guessing you've been in the space for a while with TFT. Like, what set did you start with, and what really got you interested in TFT as a whole? I'm curious.
Yeah, I guess like most players, I started off playing League of Legends way back then. But I think
Ooh.
around set
Hey.
4 or set 5.
Mhm.
Yeah, that game. But yeah, I think set 4, set 5 is when I started to play TFT a little bit more casually. Started watching a lot of
Mm.
Box and getting more into it. And then I think set 7 was when I realized that there's a more competitive league as well, and other like Soju and other big streamers and competitors, and that really got me into the scene more. And then since then I've been getting better. I think I hit masters in set 7 or 8, and then I've been kind of hosting my own tournaments and streaming my own stuff since then.
Nice. Listen, that is a whole wealth of knowledge I'm excited to pick your brain about in the upcoming matchup because we got so many players coming into this. I mean, you heard about a few of the members coming in, but I do want to give a big shout out again. Kate, of course, being awesome in hosting the tournament, running the production as well, by the way. Big shout out there. But also to Events, hosting the first ever Prismatic Poro Cup TFT charity tournament. Of course, featuring some of the top talent between the Gold to Challenger TFT range. For those that did show up, we also appreciate every competitor that does step up today and throughout the next 3 days as well. Even if you don't win, it's for a good cause, and the communities as well getting together to try and help out, wherever we can, especially with the ABS-CBN Foundation International. We are raising funds, so throughout the entirety of the 4 days as well, please go ahead. If you can, go ahead and donate to the charity. It does help those in the Philippines with disaster relief, and we appreciate any and all that we currently get. Right now, we're at $52 out of 200. And if we do more in the future, just a heads up, I do have some very incriminating evidence that may or may not support Oh God Kate having some goals in case we do reach some very fun limits of the donation pile up there. So if you can, you don't have to, of course, but if you can, please go ahead and donate, and let's go ahead and help out those in need. With that being said, though, we're diving into our first game. I'm first group as well. 8 players joining on up. So Mario, what do you expect to see?
I mean, honestly, I've been a little bit out of touch with the meta currently. I know Malzahar has been really good. Some fast line boards are really good. I know the last patch wasn't too big, except for a bit of a nerf for Crystal Gambit. So I guess I'm curious to see what reroll lines come out. I'm curious to see how many people try to go fast 9, and then we'll see if someone still tries to go for a Crystal Gambit board.
Okay, okay. So, go a little bit more since it sounds like we have a little bit of time here. I think this is gonna be
Sorry,
a
I'm
little
getting
bit
chat
extra. Oh
quitters.
no! Oh no!
Can
What is this?
Orbital see chat real
What?
quick?
What just happened? Why? What is going on here? What did you? Who did this? Who
I
did
did, I
this?
What
did,
is?
I did. If you guys didn't know, it is our caster's Orbital's birthday
Oh, holy crap!
yesterday, and a lot of my
2 days ago.
players,
2 days ago.
yeah,
I'm
my
sorry. What?
players just wanted to give you a little happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I'm old. I'm ancient. I think I talked about this a little bit. I'm ancient. Yeah, so my birthday was Tuesday, November 4th. So I appreciate all the love. Thank you very much. And honestly, this is one of the better birthday presents is to get to come here and still do what I love. I've been doing this for a while, so to come out and also hopefully bring fun knowledge to the table, albeit also very vague and horribly horrible perspectives on TFT, but I do appreciate all the love. Thank you, everyone. I just saw that. Like, holy moly, Kate. Why? Where did you figure this out? Not well, to be fair, it's social media, so I can't really say much. I can't say much about that. Mario's over here. I'm so sorry, Mario. You're just chilling.
No, you leveled up IRL. That's great. That's fantastic. You got a whole new
Yeah.
stats now.
Oh yeah. I didn't ask to play this RPG, but dang, am I gonna try and reach the highest level I can? All right, so I think we are okay, so we can't get into the games as well. I'm very, very excited. So I appreciate all the birthday love, but of course, this entire rest of the week is going to be dedicated to this amazing Prismatic Poro Cup. I'm excited to get underway. So Mario, let's go ahead and dive back in because I know you mentioned some changes to Crystal Gambit and a little bit of the reroll comps. I personally am, and you will hear this over the next few days. I am a huge fan of crew. I will never not be a huge fan of the crew, even though I objectively hate it because it sucks. What else can we see? What are some of the more interesting styles that we can see if we did see some notes? Because I heard some inklings of Malzahar starting to creep up in the current meta with some of the changes recently.
Yes, I believe Malzahar is believed to be one of the highest cap comps, or at least for reroll. It was already pretty popular before the most recent patch, and I think because of the Crystal Gamut nerfs, it got even higher. So that's probably the most prevalent one. Katarina, I can't remember too much if that got nerfed recently or not. The patch was yesterday, so people are
Mm,
still adjusting. Meta might change a little bit, but Katarina
mhm.
was pretty strong before. I expect it to still be pretty decent from certain spots. I know last weekend there was actually NA regionals, along with regionals from a lot of other regions, and a lot of players found success with reroll Zaya. So we'll see if
Really?
that pops up. Um,
Of all things, reroll Zaya is kind of crazy to hear about, isn't it?
It doesn't yeah, it doesn't cap out very high, but it's from a good
Yeah.
spot against other good
Mm,
players, you might need to play it just to get, like, a half decent placement compared to,
okay.
like, going for, like, a 4-2 roll down lottery type of situation.
Mhm. I can agree with that one. It is very interesting to see exactly where some of these meta shake out. Not only that, I think one of the things that we will get to talk about and really get to enjoy is the different lobby setups. So for those kind of interested, when we get into the lobbies, when we start really making moves in, obviously, as we chatted before, we have some very high tier lobbies coming in here. Some players that have actually played in a lot of these regionals and a lot of these international tournaments. We also have players that have never really played against each other. However, these groups throughout the lobbies are going to be kind of rolling with each other as we roll through day number one, meaning they might play the same person multiple times. And to me, that's very interesting because you start recognizing who likes to play what. Because as much as we follow the meta, there are certain comps that I think people enjoy that might influence if we are going to see a mainstay comp be more challenged than others.
Yeah, I think, day 1 of the, lower elo brackets is 2 different lobbies, and then same thing with, the higher elo lobbies, but then going into day 2, it'll just be 1 lobby for a checkmate format, and you're just gonna be
Yep.
playing against the same players over and over again. So yeah, like you said, you're gonna be picking up on other players' habits and what comps they like to play, and then changing your strategy around that to find the best success.
Yeah, and to me, that's always the hardest part. I love, as you heard, I love my crew. I also love executioners. I love running a good rise if you land everything appropriately. There are just so many things that really kind of stand out. So, what would you say players need to watch for, especially when it comes to these types of tournaments, especially if we roll into day number two? What are you hoping to see from some of these players actively when we take a look at the boards, maybe from early game towards that mid to late game? Are you looking for versatility? Are you looking for hybrids? Are you looking for people that kind of stick to their guns, understanding that, maybe they play the hard nose, play the bull strategy, and just stick with what they get at like 2-1, 2-2?
I think early game, what I'm gonna be focusing on most is one, seeing who has like strong boards to try to win streak on stage 2, or players who have maybe really weak boards and possibly fulling or going full open and going for 5 loss on stage 2. Alongside that, I think early 3 cost drops might be interesting, or early
Ooh,
drops that
yeah.
might lead to reroll lines early, committing early. So that will also be interesting to see.
What would you not want to see though? What is something that you would not want to look for? Because I'm sure we can always talk about the good, the awesome, but what is something that you really hope to not have come up here as we are diving on in? And when we get into the lobby, we will let you know that there are 8 amazing players on the board. As actually, we're actually already on 1-3, so I didn't even get a check on what board we're actually playing here. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious what we're gonna get here, but already we do get to see Naylurk coming in here. Lurk is in lobby 1. This is the lower tier lobby, which is Jar Jarl, Gentle Bites, Egalian, Noi, Lurk, Sai, Ku, and Jinsu, I do believe.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, what I don't. If you can get information on. Oh wait, it's anvil drops. So every player got 2 anvil drops here. That was the portal.
Hey, okay, okay.
I was kind of looking forward to trainer golems, but I'm not sure if the players enjoy that. Maybe they will, maybe
Okay,
they
okay.
won't.
No, 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 no. I have to ask, is that a subjective or objective statement?
It is a it is a
Be very
sub
careful what you say next, because I may have some strong words for you there.
it is a subjective personal statement for the greater good of the content.
Okay, okay. You know what? I agree with that. I'm gonna do a Subway take. I 100% agree with that right there.
All right, all right.
I cannot stand golems, but my god, do they make for the wildest compositions we've ever seen. As we go ahead and draw, I do believe it was a star up, 1 and 2 stars getting automatically starred, 2 stars. It's gonna be kind of nice to have for an opener, especially when you're rolling on that mech.
Yeah, I think Numix picking up that augment there. Normally, that augment is pretty good for reroll crew, as one of your
Yeah,
favorite comps
yeah.
that you
I was about to say,
mentioned.
I love that.
But currently that comp's not doing very well. So we'll see if we end up playing another
Yeah.
reroll line or just using this for tempo. The fact that we're slamming these items, Hodge and Nashers, on this Katarina, I think Numix is 100% committed to reroll Katarina. So pretty decent spot. Looking good here. Let's
Yeah,
see what other players.
and to give a
Oh,
little bit of
funny.
line, by the way, I know Katarina's strong. What would you normally want to see ran with it? Is it like a is it I'm guessing it's 5 academia and then maybe executioners behind?
Yeah, I think the comps the comp that you build around Katarina changes patch to patch. I know a few patches ago people were playing veteran
Hmm.
Katarina, which is the veteran power up is one that gives your character the mentor trait, and so you can play that as one of your mentors instead of the other 4 mentors and getting a huge bonus to your
Oh.
team. But I believe recently it's more of just you pick a combat power up. Over 9,000 is great here, or pretty decent, I'm pretty sure. And then you try to just fit in as many. You fit like one assassin, or not assassin, executioner, and then as many battle academias as you can. So normally going up to
Mm,
7.
yeah.
Holy Madge here, starting off with aura farming. Gonna
Oh,
pop
and
this Twisted Fate on, I believe, 4-2, 4-3. And we already have this Malzahar that also like stabilizes our early game. This is looking pretty decent
mhm.
for Madge.
So what would okay, so it would obviously you don't want to go for crew here, but what are you gonna pair with the TF then? Because this is RF farming is such a crapshoot at the end of the day, right? It's always a crapshoot. What would you
Yeah.
want to pair with it? Because normally I'd be sitting there, I'm hoping for a Seraphine, I'm hoping for a Zyra, especially at this moment. TS seems like the bottom of the barrel if you aren't going crew, and especially for Psy on the other side as well, going like, oh, okay, so he's gonna slam a TF2. That's gonna screw over if I'm even angling for a little bit of true damage towards the late game.
Yeah, I think the way the meta has kind of shifted over the last several patches, Twisted Fate has actually been rising in priority for like level 9 boards. And it's actually one of
Mm,
the highest way to cap the comp. So we're probably just gonna look for like 4 bastions, or not 4 bastions, like a strong front line, either 6 bastions or 6 juggernauts, I think is prio. And then just fitting like a Twisted Fate, Zyra, or other like 5 cost backliners to support the front line.
mm. Okay. I can get down with that.
Here.
Listen, as long as part of the crew gets in, I'm happy, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
All
Here
right,
with
let's
Gentle Bites,
mhm,
was it? I
go ahead.
think this augment is replication. So we picked,
Mm,
yes. So we took. It looks like we got Belt and we slammed a Warmogs and another Visage. Pretty good item stance for early game. Unfortunately, it's like on a 1 cost unit here instead of the upgraded Nefiri. Might have gotten the upgraded Nefiri late. So these are good items, but because they're not on an upgraded unit, that might not be enough to full streak here. Though we are on a 3-win right now, so pretty
mhm.
decent.
Well, it's not bad. I mean, early 2-star prodigies start as well. With the Syndra and the Ezreal does output a decent amount of power, I think, just base value. So it doesn't hurt. A little bit of an interesting board here. Another Malzahar on the table. Galleon might be looking to grab that one immediately. Doesn't matter
Nice.
about the item, just grabs the chain vest behind. We do see a mentor out on the table as well, the Udyr, which I think you were talking about a little bit earlier. If you do wish to try and roll into that, but again, the Katarina was over 9,000, a little bit silliness. Still though, 3 cost duelist, not the worst in the world.
Yeah. After this round, I want to see. I know someone has the Shen hero augment, so I kind of want to see how many copies of Shen they have and also what items they have. I think they might have made a Rage Blade. Yeah, with this early portal, giving everyone 2 anvil components, it's a lot better normally for reroll lines because reroll lines can find early, 2 costs or 3 costs that they want to reroll around and then just slam a great item because of these early anvils on them.
A little bit of a reroll here on the power up. Singularity, regenerative, atomic. A lot of interesting ones, and it looks like they did go for atomic if I read that correctly. I always feel regenerative is also kind of nice, but the singularity, man, I love gambling on singularity or something
Yes.
and praying that you get good, but it's so tedious to build up.
Yeah, Singularity, it sounds good. I mean, it feels fun. I've definitely had some very successful games with Singularity, but I
Yeah.
think like I saw some higher elo players talk about it, and compared to some other frontline stuff, it's unfortunately not as good. I mean, it does depend on
Yeah.
how long you can get it to scale. If you can get it going really early with a good opener and scale all the way to late game, then it is better. But
Mhm.
it can be tough getting there sometimes.
Yeah. I think what was it? There's another one, right, that gives an automatic health buff that I think is honestly just like a better version of it, right? Start combat is 40, and then every 10 seconds is another 40, and it's
Hmm.
brutally strong, that one. Caretaker's favor though, getting a couple anvils rolling here for Ojaro, a name that we might be saying quite a bit here, but so far it's Madge at the very top that'll be rolling
Yeah,
out with 100, as well as Gentle Bites. Haven't really dropped around yet here in stage 2.
yeah. Madge here, like we said, with the aura farming and early Malzahar and good frontline as well, stabilizing this frontline. Fighting against Galleon, looks like Madge is going to be able to maintain the 5 streak here.
And not just
Really
that,
good for
Dawn
him.
Hat's farming it too.
Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be painful. I forgot how brutal hats can be if you get on that win streak, especially as a 4. You're already stacking so cleanly. What's a solid number of hats before you're just kind of unstoppable in your opinion?
Shoot. I can't remember. I don't know the exact number, but I was watching, if you guys know Marcel P, he's actually representing NA at Worlds this set. He was going
Hey,
over
shout out.
some like power-up stats or like what good power-ups would be on certain units. And when talking about Malzahar, I think there's only like maybe 1 or 2 other power-ups that are better than Hat Trick, but I believe if you can get like even just like 4 or 5 hats, a few rounds, it's already like better. It like starts to outscale the other power-ups.
Oof. That's a feels good moment then. It's just,
Yeah.
this is great. I don't know what you're talking about. I like this though. Again, the mech side, we are seeing Lubu Latte, which is a name and a half. I love it. Stepping in here, that is Jinsu, I do believe, enjoying themselves, of course.
Yeah, Giant Slayer is a great early slam. We're rerolling here in level 4. What are we playing for? Using some of our gold on level 4 to roll here. We did win last round, so maybe thinking, okay, we can start like a possibly good win streak here on stage 3 to spend our money. We do have a good, I mean, like these items are pretty good on Lucian right now. I am curious to what this board is going to turn into later in the game, though. I I'm not too knowledgeable on what good AP lines there are currently with this item setup specifically, and so we'll see what this turns into.
I wonder if you're almost waiting for second augment and just praying to bank on that, because you have a secondary duelist, right? You're just kind of rolling on in as best you can. So I wonder if you are just kind of banking on the money first, as right now we got a Kog'Maw on the other side, Jaro rocking out with the magic side. It's a Kog'Maw piece, the monster trainer, which I'm so sad they eliminated actually leveling with it. It's now just a base value, but you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. We go ahead and take a look at the augments. Vampiric Vitality, Scavenger, tons of stats. Interesting overall is all I can say.
Yeah. Let's see.
Ooh, okay.
Going with Scavenger, I believe. I mean, this is really salvage.
Yeah,
Then. Yes.
salvage. Okay.
This will allow us to be really flexible. I like this pickup because I think the items that we had before were like a little iffy in terms of what board we wanted to go into, but now that we're
Yep.
like, able to be more flexible, we can just kind of slam whatever for tempo and then just play what the game gives us.
Yeah, I think with the double star up as well, using that for econ as well, it makes sense that you would kind of hinge on that at the end of the day. I think it's not bad, to say the least. We do have exclusive customization though. Again, optimization of items here. Crit plus Giant Slayer plus a Gunblade on a stacking Malzahar can mean ridiculous damage.
Yeah, should be half decent items on Twisted Fate later in the game. It is interesting to note that I thought Madge was one of the strongest players in the lobby going into stage 3, but they did lose their 5 streaks to someone else. So now, at the beginning of the stage 3 here, no one's actually on a 5 streak. Not as much econ for some of these players as there could be. Losing to the cogboard here. Jaro.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually pretty brutal. I just recognized that, what was it? I think Goliath, right? Is that, or not Goliath, sorry. But that is a buff to the heavyweights on that end right there. We do have a gentle cruise start. I'll take, you know what? New favorite on Sai. Sai is my hero. That's all I'm gonna say. I know you were forced into it with the crew build up on the Shen, but still my hero right there all day long.
This will be an interesting take on the comp. Yeah, normally I think Shen reroll wants to play Bash in frontline, but they ended up picking up this Protector augment for 3-2 for their frontline. So we're probably gonna maybe flex between Bastion and Protector, or go more vertical Protector. I think it'll actually still go well. I mean, we have double Rage Blade. I think our last item wants to be like a Giant Slayer maybe, or Gunblade, but I think this is decent.
Wasn't that the old Monster Trainer comp as well? You would get a usually it's like Smolder in the backside, and then it was like 6 Protector.
Yeah, there's definitely a
go ahead.
I was gonna say there's definitely a period of time where Protector was the premier frontline for almost all reroll comps. Like whatever backline carry you want, you would just fit in 4 or 6 Protector and then just add your backline carry. Yeah, it's fallen a little bit out of meta, but I think with this augment it's still good.
Well, we hope so. There's now on to Carousel for stage 3. Time is bound as we got a nice little mech on there, a J4 appearing, which we know someone's been trying to run that for a little bit, albeit maybe a little bit slowly, not forced. But the Rise, I think, is a solid pickup for anyone. It is going to be grabbed up by Sai. A Poppy, no one's running Star Guardian, even though there was a drop on the amount of mana that you had to spend. Either way, item will be what you probably want it for. It is going to be a BS Sword, grabbed by Jaro.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that the Poppy got left up for such a late pick. I think it's not like a big prow pick right now, but just it's a solid item on a solid forecast, so I'm surprised that they got through pretty late. Let's skim through all these other boards. Let's see.
All right.
Okay, Katarina 2. Holy crap, we're 79 golds, level 6. I'm surprised we're not rolling deeper here for... Okay, we're going to roll a little bit to find more copies of Katarina, but this is, I mean, 2-streaking here with this much golds, over 9,000. This is looking like a really good game for Numix. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up top 3, top 2, maybe first if we hit this Katarina 3 early.
Well, they're going to try and chew through this one as a Galleon is possibly going to be sunk here, as much as you hate to say it. However, that Malzahar, only 1 star, might be able to bring enough, as we do have a Wraith 4, I think is what I just saw, trying to build its way in, but the Katarina surviving for a little bit longer. Well, it's holding on for dear life. We go ahead and swap over other POV. Is it going to be enough? Nope. I believe they did fall at the end. Staying alive for quite a long time. However, on the flip side, is going to be pretty happy about that one. Good win for themselves. Nope, lost. I lied. They died.
Yeah, Galleon.
Mr. Ed, what was going on?
Close loss there, but it looks like they are, from what I saw on their board and their items, looks like they're trying to commit to heavyweight Malzahar reroll. So that could also go really well if we end up hitting Malzahar 2 somewhat soon and maintaining our HP and our gold.
Yeah. Nice little front line being built by just about everyone here. We are taking a look. Prodigy set for a Gentle Bites. He was sitting in a pretty nice position. The split in the lobby hasn't really come through yet, so everyone fielding between 86 and 59, not the worst in the world, but it is relatively spread out, I do want to say. You have 2 in the 80s, 2 in the 70s, 3 in 60, and then just 1 reaching at 59. No one's hemorrhaging just yet.
Yeah, Gentle Bites here looking to play Prodigy Battle Academia, probably trying to carry a Yuumi on level 8 at some point. Fighting against Labubu Latte. We were looking at their board earlier. I was a little confused as to what board they were going to try to play with the items that they made, but it looks like they might just try to play like vertical mech possibly. Maybe fit in an Akali. I know mech has fallen out of favor a few patches ago. They did quite a hard nerf on it, but it still might go well. And Jaro Jaro,
I wonder if you're almost forced into it because you drew the J4 at the end, which just happened to fit into your comp, and you're kind of like, okay, well, at this point, I kind of have to, right?
yeah, with these lower level or lower elo lobbies, I think there's because people aren't playing fully optimized TFT, and you're not gonna be punished for playing kind of these off meta comps. You can get away with like really kind of playing TFT the way it's supposed to be played, which is if you hit early mechs, if you hit early edgelords or whatever you have you can just play around that and play for a top 4 and feel pretty good about it.
I'm not gonna lie, that's how I got all my LP. I just recently got into Plat 4, and the only reason
Nice.
is I hit 2 crew comps in a row. I will say I get 0 good Ohgawdevents. I don't even get like a golden ticket or anything like that. I don't get the star power up. I literally just slam it and pray to God I hit. There is no rhyme or reason to it. I'm very impressed with myself that I even made it to Plat, and now I can just sit there and be like, I'm never falling out no matter what.
That's the best way to play TFT. Just no scout, no pivot, slam everything. Let the players
I
play
mean, that's
around
what
you.
Numek did. Numek's got a 3-star Katarina and just ran with it. So I mean, that's working right there.
Yeah. Let's see. This is Galleon versus Jaro Jaro. Galleon was able to find this Malzahar 2, making their board a lot stronger, but fighting against Jaro Jaro, I believe they're on a 6th streak right now with this Kog'Maw 1 carry. Vomiting all over the board like Kat did at the airport the other day. Sorry, Kat.
Yeah. Oh, that's... Listen, we take our shots where we can. We're on broadcast now. She can't do anything to us, right?
Yes, yes. I warned her that.
Uh-oh. Wait, no. She's still here. Run away. We're in trouble. Mario's already gotten into the swing of things. You're learning, you're bringing the content creation and saying, this is the power of being on the desk, man. We can say whatever we want, and until the broadcast is over, we don't get tossed off desk. It's great.
Yes. Just wait for when I come back on Sunday. Shots are gonna be fired.
Oh. All right, getting back to the game though. Jaro hit some of the best here, and I do want to take a look at the Kog'Maw because the Kog'Maw's been shredding as a 1-star, recently only 2-starred, has Solar Breath, which is wild to hear, but at the same time, it makes sense if you're able to burn. But
yeah, I'm not sure how early we have a Sunfire on bench, which is a little counterintuitive with Solar Breath, but we might have just made that recently. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I wasn't sure what comp Jaro was gonna play. I thought we were initially just gonna take the Kog'Maw for tempo and play maybe Fast 9 because we were streaking. But we're staying here on level 7.
Wait, is this actually... Okay, so hold on. That's actually... I don't know if you planned it, but... Okay, this is against the 3-star Katarina. Gonna be a little bit more difficult to chew through. However, that Swain is doing work. I do want to say, though, Solar is actually really good considering the fact that it doesn't look like it has a range cap on it, right?
Yes, I think it just slowly ticks on unburned targets, unburned enemies.
So that's just a straight up 10% buff to damage output then, right?
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna switch off of that at some point, but right now it's still pretty decent, the power up.
Yeah, that's not bad. I give it credit for that because I mean Jaro Jaro's obviously doing something right with it, right? Hey, there's the TF that we wanted though.
Yeah, let's see how this turns out. We're a little low on golds. Our front line's not the best, but I mean we have a Zyra and a Just a Fate too. This surely is enough to get us through this stage and possibly try to go 9 at some point on stage 5 and fully cap our board. Our HP is a little low. I'm a little worried if we can actually get to 9 on time, but we should be stable at this stage, I think.
You're gonna reroll as well on some of the power-ups here. I don't know what's gonna be perfect. I did not get to see what was called Fury Break. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Fighting against the Prodigy board here. It looks like Gentle Bites wasn't... Let's see, they're level 8. They have 20 gold on bench, so they didn't fully use all their gold on their roll down. Oh, wow. Wait.
Oof.
I did not expect Gentle Bites to win this fight, because we didn't even have a Yumi on board, but this is working. Oh, so close! Oh my goodness.
Alright, Mal's is too OP. Ban it, nerf it, do something. 1 HP with Thieves Gloves is wild to get away with. There's another Prodigy, though. Madge sitting there so happy with what they just drawn because they just lost another 10 HP, or 9, I believe there. So sitting on 35, about 3 more rounds.
Yeah, I want to see. Well, we'll have to take a look at size board after this carousel. They're 16 HP. They're 1 bad loss away from from dying here. Let's see if they can pull off a miracle or stabilize their board.
It always hurts as well. Like
Oh
in my
no,
opinion.
it's the Shen player. It's the Shen player.
Listen,
Wait,
it's totally on brand. Totally on brand for crew, man.
no.
It's just like it's so on brand. Either we go 8th or we go first. There's no in between.
But it was your birthday. It was meant to be. This might be the place better.
Listen, I got my plat 4. I'm okay. Now I either want the full loss from the crew or the full win. Either one's okay with me.
We're one Shen away. Find the Shen. Find the Shen.
We're also 1 away from what looks to be a 3-star
like, we're 1 away from everything.
Jana as well. Yeah, like this is the worst nightmare for a crew player, by the way. When your bench is so full with like 1 off, and then you get another crew that you're like, God, I wish I got it. You know?
Yeah, you have to like start selling
sucks.
stuff to buy other stuff, and it's like, oh.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
You're not winning against this though. Doubled up on the karma. I love this play. Old school mech making a comeback here. As that's going to be a buzzsaw chain. Sai is going to live with 3.
Okay.
But Jinsu nearly takes him out.
One more round.
We gotta stay on side though. We gotta stay on side because you know the roll down's coming.
Yeah.
You know the roll down's coming.
I just need to see if Sai's gonna live or not here.
Yeah. What are we betting on here? Are we betting on yes or are we betting on no?
It depends. Like if we hit the Shen 3, I guess if I see the Shen 3 pop up on the corner,
Oh, you're out. No, sell the Janas. Sell the Janas.
Yeah.
Dude,
Also,
no.
we have. Oh, this is just so unfortunate. It's so tragic.
Oh, if you run into Jaro who just 3-starred Xin. Oh, it's match. Oh no.
It's the 2-star just a fate.
That hurts. That hurts to see. It feels bad, but we salute Sai. Giving me a crew opening day. What I said I wanted to see. Unfortunately, he lost to the TF that has betrayed his crew. Allowed the ship to go down without him. Poor Shen doing his best. But a blue buff and double Gwinsus ain't gonna do a dang thing. Sai is our first eliminated here in Lobby 1 of Emerald and below.
07s. 07 Sai. Well fought.
We respect it. Hero augments are also such a interesting concept to me because I feel they do require good setup, right? Like the Malphite one is always interesting to watch for. There are just some that also feel like a trap at the end of the day.
Yeah. And over the course of this, like past several sets where hero augments were a thing, I think most people believe that you still only pick them if you have like multiple copies already at the point that you get offered the augment. Just have that early game strength to stabilize. Obviously, you know, with the balancing, sometimes some are just so strong that you just pick them in any spot. But yeah, sometimes if you don't have like an early Shen, and then you pick that augment without like good items, then it might just be doomed from the start. Let's see, we're close to hitting a lot of other upgrades here on Galleon's board as well. We're 2 off of Malzahar 3, picking up a few extra Dariuses and some extra chases as well. Decent and shop. Not sure if we're going to be able to fit that on our board, though, anytime soon. We have a lot of items on bench. We need to slam these items. Try to stay alive. Fighting against Labubu Latte. Labubu Latte was able to find the 2-star Karma. Looking good. Yeah, we're playing this. We're 6 out of 7 Mighty Mech here. And like I said, I believe they nerfed this comp pretty hard, but... you know, we're making things work. I think we're going to win this fight. Unless Malz does some disastrous stuff.
No, so the thing is I think when it comes to Malz, one of the things is it's a bit tough to chew through the mech tank right now, right? Like that's one of the big things. You do want a big HP target to hang on to, and the mech provided the perfect safety for it. So well done.
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah. Let's see. And then now we're on Naylurk's board. We're down at 9 HP. One more loss will take us out. Another mech player. Interesting enough. Interesting to see that mech was contested here. I don't know if we were able... I don't know if this board does not look upgraded enough to win the next fight would be my guess, but we'll see. Fighting against Madge here. Oh, this is looking rough.
What's rough about it? Let's hear it as we watch it unfold.
Uh, the roughness is that Naylor might have an Aatrox 2 for the front line, and and Madge has a Leona 2. There's a big difference there, along with the other upgrades on the board. And
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunate. Naylurk is gone. Lurk, our second to be eliminated here in lobby 1. We salute. We salute. But unfortunately, you will fall. We rest and wish to see you in the next. However, as you said, the Aatrox did not survive, so 2 have been eliminated. We're down to 6 in this lobby, with Galleon very narrowly on the chopping block, depending on who you run into and how badly you lose. That can go away pretty quickly.
yeah, it appears that Madge might have eliminated both the players that are dead now. Jaro, like no one's streaking right now, which is kind of interesting. It really is anybody's game. It's hard to say if the players with low HP can come back because they're not currently streaking, but maybe they're spiking recently. Galleon here, 14 HP, has the Malzahar 3.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be enough to survive this fight? I think we might have too many components on bench, being a little confused at what items are best to slam. Thinking about other stuff. Oh no,
Yeah.
Sienna.
It's not feeling good. It's really not feeling good here. And you look at the backline, you talked about the Zyra and the TF. Both of them were front loaded so heavily. That's another do we have
Wait, is
like
Madge?
do we have a bounty tracker right now?
Where's the-
like, do we have a
where's
bounty
the
tracker for
bounty?
Madge?
Oh no.
Madge has to earn some sort of bounty token for this. Like, give some credit over, because Ku is dropping people like flies right now.
Yeah, Madge is looking like that meme of the Reaper going against, like, knocking on everybody's door, you know, taking one out at a time. Unfortunate for Galleon. I think if Galleon used a little bit more gold and slammed their items, they would have had a much better chance. I think we got some intel that they started TFT a week ago, so, you know, honestly, very good showing for this first game.
Oh yeah. I think anyone that also shows up in a tournament format, big props to you. Like, the first hurdle is stepping into a tournament. And you talked about this as well. You competed a little bit and you've seen that side of the field. Maybe not to a certain level, but in any competition. I always talked about it, it's always interesting. Getting it there and signing up is truly like the hardest part of competing, I think, at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it also like just changes your mentality and the way you approach the game a lot. I guess depending on the player, but I know for the way I play, like it's just completely different from solo queue. Pressure is higher, and you might get into your head too much about, like, you know, oh, you need to play for a first or a second or a top 4 instead of just playing however you would normally play.
I think you know, for me it's just numbers go burr, and I'm just, you know, when numbers go up, numbers make me happy, you know. I'm a very simple man.
Yeah.
But what's not simple about this is the heavy split that we're currently seeing as multiple 3-stars are coming through here. Jaro has been sitting. We saw the bench full. Shen's, Swain's, and the Kog'Maw, all 3 now 3-starred with a 3-star Xin as well. Basically a compilation of Bastions now set as an impenetrable wall to this first place spot.
Yeah, I see the reason why the other player was not able to hit Shen 3 playing Shen Hero. Jaro taking many out of the pool, getting the Shen for themselves as well. We were able to get off of the anti-heal power-up for the Kog'Maw, opting to go for Best's Boy, which I think is a little bit better at this point in the game. Fighting against Labubu Latte. Labubu Latte on 1 life here, but we were able to get to 7 mech. Have a 3-star mech in the front line.
No way. Oh,
is that gonna be enough? Oh,
you're staying alive? Oh, the chew through. Oh, the chew through. The Swain did it.
The Swain is too strong.
Did it. It feels bad. We bid goodbye to Jinsu as well. And just like that, we have our chaotic top 4. Gentle Bites, Madge, Numix, as well as Jaro. These 4 have now made it to the top of lobby 1 for the Emerald and Below division for round 1.
Yeah, I wonder how many players are scouting Gentle Bites here. Gentle Bites, you know, we're neutrals. We're gonna get a little bit of gold here, and we're sitting on 7 Cassantes. If no one else is aware of this and scouting their board and trying to get Cassantes out of the pool, Gentle Bites might pull up a Cassante 3 to win the game. Yeah, I think their board is probably not good enough right now to top 2, but with this Cassante 3, possibly.
That'd be wild if he hit Cassante 3. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Of all times to hit it on a 6-1 at level 8 as well, level 8
Yeah.
notorious for just like giving you hope at 24% and then just drawing it all away, right? Like it's so notorious. Everyone's given a glimpse of hope. If you land it though, hey, more power to you. At the current moment though, we are taking a look at Numix, who is sitting at 35 HP. That's about 3 lives worth for a win. You have also leveled up a little bit of that Prodigy in the backside, given your help over with the Yumi. But a huge buy up, I believe, hunting for I think you were hunting for a 2-star Yumi and just didn't hit it, so
Mhm.
you're running up against the top-ranked player, and this is going to hurt that HP bar
Is that
so
is
much.
that a Leona? Wait, I'm not. No. That's a Shen, right? That's Body King
Yeah,
Shen or Swain. Okay,
yeah.
okay. I was like, what is that?
I'm pretty sure of that. I agree. Yeah, we all went, what? No. Dude, Jar Jar has had so much, like, there's no way you can fit guard a Leona at level 7. Like, I just talked about level 8.
Okay. I was being delusional.
I like how both you and I went, no. Double take, triple take, quad, because what?
Alright, Gentle Bites here, going out in 4th. Wasn't able to find the Cassante 3, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Madge was able to win that fight. Now there's 3 players
Ooh.
left. One of these players is going to fight a Ghost board, which tend to be a little weaker. Sometimes not getting certain trait or augment bonuses. Let's see, Madge. Nimix is fighting Madge. Madge is fighting Jaro.
The question is, which one's a clone, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day? All right, well, we'll see. Right now, the real board is Madge and Jaro. Madge, for what feels like their life, was able to 2-star 5 costs in the back line, has a decent amount of damage and a lot of items to bank on as well. With Bastion, all those added stats can add up even further, but is it enough before your Bastion wall dies? Out comes that Spear Bomb, barely makes a dink. And your front line might be falling. That Swain is doing so much work right now, but the TF might be able to do the same. But there is a Hail Mary bomb. The Leona is living for a mile. And Jaro bringing out the sword. Madge will live on 6. But it is a devastating loss at the end of the day.
So close for Madge. I actually think every single one of these players has potential to go first here. I think if Madge might have swapped their Twisted Fate and had the Twisted Fate be the last unit alive instead of the Seraphine, Madge might have actually won that fight. So every one of these fights is so close.
I mean, we say that the only one would be without Jar Jar, right? Jar Jar playing this extremely well, hasn't really dropped out of that 58 position, has so far kind of stuck there with this. I really do have to say unorthodox comp again. Now swapping the items over once again. I think originally had. No, I'm misreading here. I think there was another Braum on the table there. But we are watching the Academia fight it out. Books against raw monster power. It's like an isekai all over again. Let's see if they can. Who's going to win out? The school or is it the monster territory? That Yumi spitting fire now at 2-star. And that Katarina dancing on the back line. Beautiful work there as Jar might be looking at one of their first losses in a while. Numix holding on, but Madge loses to a Ghost. I wasn't sure which Ghost it is, but top 2 for Numix and Jar.
Oh no, and now there's a duelist spat on Carousel for Madge. That would have been so good for their Twisted Fate too. They're looking so strong for such a long time, but unfortunate. Still great finish, 3rd place. Oh, they're both picking up the spats here. Nubix getting the Battle Academia spats. Should it be really good for this Katarina board? Able to fit another +1 unit. See what they opt to do. Maybe just sitting on the 8 out of 7 Battle Academia. Oh, it's something that's interesting is that Numix actually got off of over 9,000 and switched to Dark Amulet at some point for the Katarina. Normally, if you get over 9,000 early, you stick with it because it just permanently scales over and over as the game gets longer. But
has to be on some sort of like damage control, right? Because at this point, you only got 2 more lives before you fall. You are going to have a monster round after this, so maybe that's what you can bank on. But it still hurts to see, right? At the end of the day, that you were at top form, and now you're recognizing that this Katarina is starting to walk all over you.
Yeah, it could be the case that this Katarina board is just too strong in the current meta. I mean, it's just so surprising though, because we have so many 3-stars for Jaro as well. It looks like both players have good augments. It's a really tough call.
I think it's just the tank value. I mean, I had to give props. This Rakan plus the Yuumi in the back pocket, getting the heals off just means that this Academia line is staying alive for far too long. You cannot chew through a constantly healing squad. And I do believe, actually, if we were to take a look at Jar Jar's board, you don't have any burn. You don't have any resistance to it as well, which now puts Jar Jar on elimination point. Numix is staying alive. We're going to be watching if Thresh is able to stave off. Taking a look, you do have one on Leona, but the Leona dies fairly quickly. Yes, you're at 6 Bastion, but it's a rank 1. Like, you're not living for as long as you hope.
Yeah, we really need to get this Leona 2 and hopefully Braum 2 at some point. We're level 8, 6 gold. I don't know if we're going to be able to find it with just the gold that we get from this neutrals drop here. I think now that I'm thinking about it a bit more, I think the bigger problem is that this late in the game, you really want to play like duo carries on your comp, but Jaro
right.
here only having the Kog'Maw as DPS, not enough to melt through Numix frontline fast enough, and Numix having the Katarina plus the Yuumi 2, just able to out damage. Okay, Leona 2. That should be good. That is definitely an improvement for Jaro's board. Not
Yeah.
sure if Numix was able to improve their board. Let's see, I think they just got another item, but I don't see any other upgrades that they made.
They gave a Jack Show over to the Rise, which is actually that second carry in the back. Actually third, in my opinion. A little bit of a rough roll on the Leona side, but the Leona's off on the left already 2-star. Not worried about double AP. Instead, the shield's going to be stronger. This feels like the final of battle here, Mario. And once again, we see some living in that. Leona doesn't want to die. Neither does Rakan, who gets a great slam to stay alive against the Swain. Once again, we're seeing the life hold off. But hold up. Is there a change?
Wait a minute.
They're spitting. They're spitting on him. They're spitting on him. That is a Kog'Maw to win on out. Numix lives on 2. We're down to a 7-2 showdown.
Holy, yeah, the Katarina getting targeted a little earlier than we would wanted in that fight. Going down, not able to kill the rest of the board for Jaro's side, and Kog'Maw staying alive. Able to clean up the fight. Very nice. We'll see. At this point, it's kind of like all positioning and yeah, like fight RNG. Really, I don't really see a way. I mean, maybe. I mean, I feel like I like these power ups on Nimic's side as long as the Rakan is actually surviving for Tankzilla to pop.
They did rotate as well. Take a look at that. So they rotated the Katarina on the far end. Rakan's still going to get hit. By the way, though, the Leona was able to land a Dead Man's Plate plus a Sunfire Cape, so maybe lives for a little bit longer. However, that Volibear that was slotted in so early, or so late into the game is actually chewing through some HP. Another good slam to come down, but that Swain is so healthy. Who is going to come out on top right now? A little bit more health in the bank, but the Katarina goes down. The Katarina goes down. Jaro has eliminated Numix and has sealed this round 1 for themselves. Welcome here, everyone. Once again, sorry about the elongated break. We had a lot of fun chatting about the players that we did see here today and those that might be joining us a little bit later as Mario. I'm very, very excited to see the next lobby that we're joining on in. This is round number 2, but we do have lobby B. Fresh players and hopefully some fresh insights into how to play the game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these other players take or approach the game differently. Yeah, like in lower elo games, like a lot of players like to just do what they're comfortable with, play their favorite comp, not really just commit to what's meta and good at the good in the current TFT gameplay. So we'll see what different comps pop out.
I just personally, we've already seen some very fun stuff. We already saw players that are actively joining on in, getting a little bit silly, you know, maybe playing their own comps, but also understanding that this is a competition at the end of the day, and we do respect that. One of the great things about a lot of these events is you get kind of this, I don't want to say wash of interest or anything like that, but it is very fun to see the number of people that come in to play in these events. It's a free-to-play tournament. You just sign up, and if your application is okay, you get to play, I believe. And that's what's awesome, because Ohgawdevents has been really, really cool in running not just TOT events, but games across titles. Like, we have Valorant, we have League of Legends, FGC, and so much more, not only in this year but also in 2026. And they're a grassroots charity event. They're always trying to do by right. They're always trying to raise money for the communities and around. So far they've raised over $30,000 for various charities across, which is amazing. They work with other groups like the Sunshine Cup, Oh God Invitations, as well as Rise of the Rivals, and they're just getting started. It's really cool to see something like Ohgawdevents actively getting into the community, actively trying to make a real life impact and help out those in need. So really, really big shout out to them as we go along. There's a little bit more though as we are loading into lobby number 2. So Mario, what do you want to see? I'm always gonna ask you this as we get through today as well.
What do I want to see? I mean, honestly, like we didn't get a game 1, but I'm still down. I'm still down for trainer golems. I want to see
Okay.
players play around the spats that they're given, full random, and just have fun with the game.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. I can agree with that one. I think we are looking at the next lobby, which is DJN, Ukulele, Dean the Bean, Jade Shot Arrow, Jawa, Fish Cake, and Twinkie, I believe is our next lobby as well. So we're gonna have a little bit of a treat at the end of the day, and we're gonna have some fun. I think. By the way, again, any donations that come in during this tournament, it is for a very, very good cause. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but currently we're at 77 out of 200. Please go ahead if you can, go ahead and donate, and if not, go ahead and show love by following here. Ohgawdkate runs awesome events, and we want to do more in the future as well. By the way, trainer golems still very silly. I really hope we don't see them. I'm on the opposite side of that coin. So Mario,
Oh
you can keep
no.
asking. What do we most likely get to see? Give my top. Give your top 3 that you assume are going to come out in board states.
Honestly, I mean, I expect there to be one Malzahar reroll. I was a little surprised at how many mech comps popped out on game 1.
Mhm.
Let's see. There's probably a Katarina reroll. Maybe someone playing just vertical prodigies. Some fast line boards, some good spots. I'm surprised we didn't see more Volibear. I heard that
Ooh, right.
Edgelord Volibear flexing between Edgelords, I think Bastions and Luchadors has been pretty good in the current meta, but I didn't see that any of that in game 1. Yeah, I think we'll see if there's more of that
Oh,
popping up
okay,
here.
okay. I can agree with that. We saw a taste actually a little bit earlier where we did watch. I think it was. I think it was Jaro Jaro that actually slammed it on the side and actually brought it as a third DPS, which is really interesting. However, as we dive on in, we are going to be getting in on 1-3-1-4, so minion rounds are going to be punched to the side, and it is looking like a nice little academia start for DJ, and at least that's what they have tagged. Right now, it's I think we started with 2-star 1 costs coming in because I do see
Oh,
a buy
nice.
up
Yep.
of that Star Guardian of the row.
Yeah, I think let's see. I'm looking at the scores from game 1
Oh,
because
never mind.
this is lobby B, so they did
Mhm.
already play one game before this. It looks like Twinkle, if I'm reading this right, Twinkle went first, then let's see, Fish Cake, Ukulele J, Jade Shot, Arrow, uh Dean the Bean, Java, and DJN. In order from first to eighth there. See,
Mhm.
Augment's coming up. Keepers, Crown's Will, Supreme Crest. I think from these, I like Keepers a little bit more. It's pretty good in the current meta, and it's also just half decent and very flexible. You can play it into anything
Oh,
else. Oh, but we're actually gonna reroll all of them and actually take Supreme Crest here. This is very committal. Very, very committal.
yeah. I I don't disagree with it. Mainly because I do like I know Shimmer Skill is not exactly like the most optimal, but I do love gold generation. But saying I'm gonna go for 2 Supremes pretty much immediately, it'll be very fun to watch for and to see exactly what goes down. Now keep in mind we are getting all gold augments this time around. I misread what the board was earlier, so it's all gold augments. It does mean that it limits the number of chaotic moments to have. So see if it works out. However, we do
Uh,
have a Malphite step into the task as we got a couple snipers in the back line for Arrow.
yeah, here I'm looking at Arrow's board, and we see that they took Aura Farming again, repeat from game 1. This time we're getting the Seraphine 2. This one's a little bit trickier to pull off. I believe
Yep.
Seraphine 2 by herself doesn't quite stabilize your board the same way that like Twisted Fate or a Zyra would.
Hmm.
Normally, I mean, we can still go for like Juggernauts or Bastion frontline with Seraphine in the back, but normally Seraphine requires a secondary carry by herself. She probably requires more Star Guardians. So we have a few different lines for Joe. Or wait, I think that was Arrow to go with.
Yep.
And then yeah, DJ here with Supreme Cells. I believe earlier in the set we saw a lot of Kaisa reroll being very meta. But now that we can put the spat on anyone, and that I think Kaisa. I mean, Kaisa was actually, I believe, buffed yesterday. So maybe they can pull something off here, but we'll see.
The build-up could be palpable. However, we do have Fish Cake Boy, who opted for a little bit of Gnar power here. Not only that, going with what you were talking about earlier, maybe a little bit of the Volibear, going for a little bit more of the Deadpan, getting the wrestlers into the ring. Luchador has the exceptional power to not only stay alive, especially if you 2-star a Dr. Mundo early with the Spirit Visions, you can stay alive for a lot longer. There's a heal to come out. However, poor Gnar has no attack speed right now, so that's going to be the problem. On the other side, it's a 1-star Syndra who has all the orb power in the world. That's Ukulele J to go ahead and hang on to their undefeated streak.
Yeah, Fishcake Boy here taking Golden Edge. Earlier in the set, a lot of people would take this power up to just kind of stack up your early game econ and try to go for a level like a fast 9 board. And yeah, with the current meta and Juggernauts being good, this could be a decent spot for it. We did take this Luchador augment. I can't remember. I think there's 2. See, Tournament Titans, 5% attack speed. Okay, so I think this one just. Oh wait, when you win player combat, Luchadors grow in size and permanently gain 2%. Oh. Okay, so because this one's like stacking, we might end up playing like a reroll line instead of fast 9. So we have a few different directions that Fishcake can go with. We'll see.
Yeah, the problem is what you're rerolling, right? Like, are you rerolling Gnar specifically, or are you aiming for like the Volibear at the end of the day? I know that sounds silly, like it's a 4 cost, but like that's the other side. Because if you're going Gnar, I would hope that you're rolling almost now, but we do see, of course, 2 Gnars on the back side. Fishcake says, no big deal. I just beat Jade Shot. I can afford to wait. You're going to be sitting on about 20 gold at the end of the day, heading into the carousel.
Yeah, I think Fishcake is gonna really be wanting a bow on this carousel, trying to complete a Rage Blade for this Gnar. And yeah, because we're holding on to these extra Gnars on bench, we might actually try to play Gnar Mundo reroll, which would fit well with the augment that we picked. That last fight, I think we fought against Jade Shot. It looks like they had Edge and Knight on a Katarina with a power up, so Jade Shot possibly being the Katarina reroll player. This lobby.
Yeah, but instead opting for, hey, can I hang out and grab a little bit of the chest? And just praying that they have the right items. I guess they're saying, hey, we're going to hit Katarina anyway. Might as well just go for itemization for the current moment.
Yeah, Fishcake was able to find that bow. Probably going to make that Rage Blade. Let's see. We're looking at Jawa's board. No worries. I mean, we'll probably slam it in a little bit. I'm curious to what other players are playing, though. Jawa here with the Kraken on this Xayah. Like I said, Xayah reroll was a line that was played in the most recent regionals. Doesn't cap out high, but is pretty good early game. And if you natural a lot more Xayahs and hit it early without spending too much gold, it can go first. It's definitely firstable from a good spot. Right now though, we have 0 upgrades. Probably looking to just 5 loss this stage, or 3 loss right now. Remember that if you get 5 loss on any stage, 5 loss or 5 win, you actually get an extra round of econ bonus from your streak on neutral. So it pretty much doubles what your streak bonus would have been if you can maintain it going into neutral. So going 5 loss or 5 win is really, really important.
Yep, huge bonus, by the way. When you're talking econ, like that extra extra 12 could be amazingly powerful for a kickback or anything like that. We are taking a look here, though. As you mentioned, Jawa sitting on that low end, decides to push up to 2-5, buys over, doubles up on the Prodigy side. So still an in-between. Exactly. Went for the Sunfire board instead of any other, so a little bit more offensive defensive trait. And said, okay, that allows me to burn away, get some damage for, I think it's 12 seconds at the start of combat.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a callback to last game. I saw one of the players rolling, I think on stage, or level 4 or 5 on 3-1. Spending a little bit of gold there. And I will say for these lower elo players, something that they can improve on is like focusing on making your intervals like 10, 20, 30, 40. And trying to make 50 as early as possible, and then maintain staying above 50 gold for as long as possible.
That can make a huge difference into how much gold you can have on later stage 3, early stage 4 to make a deep roll down and stabilize your board.
Yeah, I know all about hitting 50 and just praying to God. Listen, as a crew player, I know all about that. We don't care about anything else. We just sit on 50 even though we're 50 HP, and it's a nice little trade-off. As I said, with like all 2 stars, it sucks.
Yeah, I will say sometimes you don't want to go too heavy into econ. I remember when I first started playing TFT, I had this mentality of like never rolling below 50, just making 50 as early as possible and never rolling. And I will say that I got coached once, and the coach just nonstop flamed me, calling me the greediest player of all time, not like rolling below 50 when I'm about to die. So I can understand what some of these players are going through right now.
I listen, I respect it because that's how I still play as a plat. Listen, if I'm not 50, I'm losing, man.
Exactly, exactly. Who cares if you go 8th if you're the richest person in the lobby? Like,
yes, I can't believe I forgot what tournament I casted for, but there was a tournament that literally they had a graphic for most gold on a
oh my
loss, or
gosh,
on
that's
an
great.
elimination. Someone
Yeah.
had 65 gold still left on an
Oh,
elimination. I
goodness.
was like, either they were trying to calculate down to 1 HP or they just forgot they had gold, but that is a wild number to have, which is hilarious. I love it. We do have a fun fact, by the way. Jade Shot, who is currently in the bottom 4, but by a margin of about 6, may or may not be on their phone at work while playing this game. Whoever's watching, please don't be Jade Shot's boss, because we would like them to continue to compete, because they are running that Katarina 2-star and praying for a victory.
Yeah, we'll be paying close attention to how Jade ends up placing this game. But yeah, playing TFT on your phone, I've heard some players can actually do a good job with it, but I tried once and never again. It's so hard for me. My fingers can't move
what
fast
did you
enough.
dislike about it? Now I'm curious. What did you dislike about it?
I dislike that you can't like make your items very fast if you're trying to do like a big turn with a lot of actions, and you can't like you can't roll down a lot quickly, and you can't scout very well either. It's just like a lot of the actions that you need to do on your phone just take longer, at least for me. I know some players have told me that it's okay for them, but I can't figure it out. I'm too old for that.
No, I actually understand that. So one of the things is I love playing TFT, don't get me wrong. However, if I'm doing other things, it's nice to have it on the phone 100%. And I agree with you. It is very hard to do very technical moves on there. But I will say for like, I don't want to say simple players, because literally like Jade is trying to make it in this tournament. But for players that may not be as aggressive in some of their mid-game moves, I will say it's not bad. It's a nice little handle to have. Taking a look at some of the boards, though, we do have a Bastion startup here, facing off against a much better Bastion setup. But, in the backline, we got the 3 Prodigies. An early Yuumi hit, though, is a wild call. And if that wasn't Yooka-Laylee, who already has Chaos Orb on hand, I wonder if they're gonna double power up on the backline.
Yeah, we took this Battle Academia augment as well on the side of Yooka-Laylee, so we're looking like we're probably just gonna play Prodigy Yuumi. Yeah, Jewel Gauntlet, Nashers, pretty decent items on Yuumi. We are a little unfortunate that we have 2 swords on bench. Swords not having the greatest impact in this comp, but we'll see if we can maybe turn some of them into Sterix for solid frontline and maybe make a Sojin or a Giant Slayer somewhere else. 100 streaking right now, though. Very, very good spot. Making good econ, good level.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. My man is here. By far the worst. Like this is the worst part as well. Arrow wishes they got the aura farming from game 1 where it was a TF2, right? Like you went for it and you're like, dude, why couldn't you give me TF2? That is, I love this so much. 50 as well. You're banking on that low ground rolls. The problem is you're heading into 3-4 with not too many other 2-stars on your bench. Like this is gonna be the harshest move for a crew. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is we're I mean, we didn't roll that deep. We're staying above 50, but we are kind of far away from
you
some
rolled
of
in
our
health. You rolled in
3 stars.
health is what you did.
Yeah. What? Wait, what the? Is that a Katarina 3 on 3-3?
Whoa.
How this okay, playing on your phone must be a cheat. How did Jade Shot manage this?
Say, bro. Let's all go.
This someone check this guy's phone, I guess. Not their PC, their phone.
Did they full roll down though, right? They were at 50 econ earlier?
Yeah, they rolled a 0. Like this is some maniac gameplay, but it's probably gonna work out for them now. They can probably just go back to work AFK the rest of the game and probably still top 3.
Uh,
Yeah.
making money IRL and in game is a slogan of Jade Shot right now. That is crazy bank at the end. Not only that, they have a decent health pool to play with. If they do have to go back to work for like 10 minutes to come back, you'll probably still send on like 25. No big deal there. Carousel though, Carousel will be picked up. You are going for the frontline action now, so that's kind of nice to see. Ukulele though, shout out to them. 3-4 right now, untouched at the top rankings, which I think now would be a win streak of 7 or 8 at the end of the day.
Yeah, I want to take a closer look at Twinkie's board. They went first in the first game today. So I assume they're one of the better players in this lobby, and they picked I think, what is that, Warpath for their first augment, which is one that's very win streak. It's a very risky augment. You only really take it when you have an upgraded early game and slammable items.
Yep.
I wonder how much was of the decision was like Twinkie just feeling that they were better than the rest of the lobby and just pilot this augment a little bit better. But yeah, you really want to go full win streak with this augment, and I believe we lost. Let's see, we lost last turn, and I think we lost one of the rounds on stage 2 as well. So not as ideal as we would have hoped. Still, our board's decent, but yeah, I'm very curious to see if Twinkie can. Let's see, how close we are on this Warpath cash out.
We were 35 out of 80, which is
35
rough.
out of 80?
It's a long route ahead.
It's probably gonna be like middle stage 4, late stage 4 at earliest. We'll see if
because how much damage are you relatively doing between 2 and 4-5? Like, it's not that great, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe 8 to 12 damage on average.
Yeah, that's a good range. Yeah, it's gonna be several more rounds.
I will say though, to slam items on that board for what, God, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. We literally just saw it, but on fighters, it's not bad per se, I don't think.
Yeah, the item slams were good. I think they had the right approach, but we'll just see if it pays off or not. Back to Arrow's crew board. We were able to find this Malphite 3. We don't have 3 items on it, which is something that we really want here. I believe the last time I saw crew being meta, you pick a good power up. Standalone is great for Malphite, but then you really want to 3-item the Malphite before you start itemizing your backline. Really, the Malphite is your actually primary carry for this comp early game, and then with the solo chain plus the spark here, just not the best items. Going heavy on the backline. We'll see if this works out, but I mean, honestly not a bad spot.
Yeah, I will say I cheat because I always thought about optimizing how many items go through. I threw a Thieves Gloves on him, which still procs the passive for all 3 items. It's a horrible roll comp. It's horrible because like you'll get some random items, but it does actually proc his passive, which is the surprising part. However, at the current moment, item and a half, going for standalone, which is just HP value and no extra stats behind, means you are banking on the ramping rage for a 2-star Ziggs in the backline, which is not bad. However, Arrow does have to be careful, sitting at 36 HP on position to be eliminated if you take any more losses in stage 4.
Yeah, well, we're gonna definitely be hoping for some frontline item drops here. Otherwise, our game is gonna be really rough. Back to DJN. This is the player that took that early Supreme Cell spats. Also kind of looking rough in terms of HP. They have 3 Supreme Cells on their board. Mage, Spiky Shell. Who are they carrying right now? Is that the Senna? It's still the Lucian. Oh, I don't know if there's enough upgrades on this board to survive till much later in the game. This is gonna be quite rough. I assume they picked like what they thought was going to be a really good augment, or maybe their favorite augment. But I don't think they like hit the units that they quite wanted so far. I mean, I guess what they're playing for is Akali carry from these item slams. So honestly, if we do hit the Akali too sometime early this stage, we might actually stabilize and be fine. We did take Spirit Link as our segment augment, which also actually scales with how much HP we're missing. So the lower HP, the closer we are to dying, the better this augment becomes. So now that I think about it a bit more, maybe it's not doomed. Maybe it's not doomed. We have good chances here.
Yeah, I didn't actually think about that. That's actually a very fair point. If you are banking on executioner at the end, it's not bad. It's just the fact that, as you said, you didn't hit. You're sitting on what, primarily all 1-stars outside of, I think it was a I think it was Lucian 2-star. So I definitely get what you're saying there. As we take a look at the next augments for Jade Shot, actually,
Oh
they
my.
ran off with the Executioners plus an easy level up at the end, rolled Salvage Bin plus, re-rolled to Know Your Enemy and Piercing Sight, ended up with a Salvage Bin plus. So making sure to 2-star, 3-star everything and get all the items in the world.
Yeah. They're hoping for probably some glove component to make this Hodge, the last item on this Katarina. Aren't able to find it from the salvage bin, but I mean, we're 5 streaking. We have 3-star Katarina. We're still looking pretty good here.
Mhm. Wait, what
See.
Executioner augment is that? That's not the
I,
that's not the crit pricing, right? Is that just
I think it's the
Executioner
one. I
damage?
think it is give you.
Oh my
Yeah, it's the
god,
one that
it
gives you
is
loot.
Golden Guillotine. Nah, fam. Oh, that's just constant influx of items and gold, right? Like that can be brutal if it hits.
Yeah, yeah. This can kind of scale out of control at some point, and we are streaking, so maybe we are gonna get to that point with Jade Shot here.
Let's see if they roll
Fighting against,
anything.
yeah, fighting against Dean the
Yeah.
Bean. Dean the Bean looking like they're playing Mal. Yes, for sure. This is Malzahar reroll. Double Trouble. Holy crap! Wait, their augments are kind of crazy. Double Trouble into Trifecta. If this, if Dean hits, I think Dean has a really good shot of going first here. But we're level 7, 33 gold. I mean, it's not the worst econ, but it's not what we would hope. We would definitely be hoping for more copies of Malzahar from this spot. Also, not having
Yeah.
a true mana generation item. I mean, Nashor's
Yep.
does give us a little bit of mana gen, but it's still... I'm feeling a little iffy with the items and I guess the number of Malzahars that we have. But other than that, these are really good augments, and if we hit, it's going to be good.
Yeah, there's the Akali that someone else is looking for. There's the Akali on someone else's side.
Right.
All right.
Let's
Let's
see if
see
we
where
can
they
take a
go
look
with
at
this one.
Arrow's
Oh
board.
no, that's painful. Someone else pulled a better Prodigy board than you. No.
Oh no.
Look at that. Are you kidding me? The Yumi in the back pocket with extra mana depreciation. God, that item is freaking broken. Dawn Core early with Prodigy 4. You still lose, but we know Ukulele J is going to hit hard later.
Yeah, look, Ukulele is 50 gold right now. They're level 8, 83 HP. Looks like they're not going to even roll anymore on stage 8 or level 8 and try to go fast 9 here, fully cap out their board. I think very good spot identification from Ukulele here. I think previous to that round, we saw Arrow getting a last minute Janet 3 as well. I believe they were the crew player. Oh, so unfortunate. They're on the wrong side of the carousel, not able to get the Twisted Fate. Oh, if they got that Twisted Fate, they actually could have swung their game around.
I'm telling you, it's the fate of any crew player. Anytime you try your best, the game will find a way to F you over. Like, I'm so nice right now. This is day 1. I'm not bringing out the curse words. But I swear it's the curse of any crew player.
Yeah, that's yeah, this is unfortunate, but I mean, like this spot, I don't know how to read this spot. We have 3 good items on Malphite 3. We have 0 items on our Janna 3. We have a Last Whisper on our AP focused Ziggs. Some good things, some bad things that I'm seeing here, but we'll see if we can survive this next fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough.
Hard.
It's not looking great, but there's still hope. There's still hope. Fighting against Twinkie here. I don't think Twinkie has procced their Warpath yet. So Arrow might have a easier fight here, playing against someone who's pretty much not playing around missing an augment. Ascension as well is something that scales very late in the fight, but if we don't have the front line to support it, it's not going to do anything. And Arrow going to stay alive. Twinkie, this is really good for Arrow to stay alive, but also really bad for Twinkie, not able to further progress their Warpath cash out. They might, even though we're like 3rd place right now in terms of HP, 52 is not that bad for stage 4. The fact that we're so behind on our Warpath cash out, I have a feeling that Twinkie might not top 4 here. Depends on how, if we can hit our upgrades.
Oh, nice, Java.
Yeah, Zaya 3, Jawa 62 HP. Oh man, it's always, bro, when someone's playing crew, other players are just contesting this Shen unit. No one wants to let the crew player have fun.
Well, okay. That happened before as well with Malphite, though. When Protector was so high up there, you would see like 4-way contests with Malphite, which is the worst because it's a freaking 1 cost. At least this is a 2 cost, but granted, like everyone can run Bastion. It's frustrating, but it's a reality that you have to deal with, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate, it's so sad sometimes that I feel like some players get a perfect spot for a certain reroll, and then someone else just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna natural Marine into you, bye bye.
Yeah. Well, of course, right now, at least you itemize your backline. That Janna still shielding out, the extra protector on the back end to get some extra shielding closer to that like middle of the fight. Not a bad placement, not a bad side, but of course, with Arrow DJ at the bottom, Fish Cake Boy, who is sitting on 9, a single life left,
Oh.
barely scrapes by to the monster round of 4-7.
Yeah, this is... Wait, what happened with Fish Cake's board? All right, so just to run things through, so we took a we took a luchador augment that scales for like the longer, the more luchadors are on our board and get takedowns and wins. But I think we were trying to reroll Gnar at some point, but then we got off it, and then we took this second augment, which I believe gives you a Deathblade that scales with takedowns as well. But I think we re-rolled the Deathblade. I don't see a Death.
Right?
Yeah, I don't see a
That's
Deathblade on our. Is that the? Am I
that's
thinking about the
every
wrong?
3 hits, I think.
Oh, okay. My bad. Thank you for that.
No, you're right, because those two are, they have two vastly distinct moments, but it is hard to build about. I do agree. There was a moment where they were rolling, but I think someone else 3-starred the Gnar before them, so they had to give up.
I see. Okay, well, we're 2 off from this Mundo 3. I don't. This is not looking like we have enough upgrades on our board to stay alive here. Fighting against DJN.
Oh, and there's a 2-star Akali.
Wait, they got the Akali. They got the Akali.
They did, but it's bittersweet. We're looking on the other direction of it, Mario. They're alive for a moment, though. Backside is fighting for their lives. That Yone's doing work, though. The Yone's holding on for dear life. 1-star Yone, 2-star Akali. Who gets the win? It's going to be the Akali. Fish Cake Boy. The Luchadors fall. And that will be the end for poor Fish Cake Boy here in this lobby.
Yeah, honestly, that fight was way closer than I thought it was. I thought the Akali player was just gonna completely take over, but tough finish for Fish Cake Boy there. But I mean, good for a DJ, and I didn't think DJ was gonna be able to pull off the Supreme Cell spats. I mean, the fight was closer than I thought, but it's looking good right now. Let's see, we're looking at Dean the Bean. We're still stuck on a 2-star Malzahar here, but we do have a 3-star Rammus with 3 really good frontline items.
Is that a Nat 2-star as well?
Sorry, say that again?
So they have a 3-star Rammus. Did they get another?
Oh, it's the double trouble augment. It's when you 3-star something, you get another 2-star copy, so you can get that other.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Dang it.
It's...
Oh, wait. No, wait. Is this real? Let's go. My crew hit it. That's a dub and a half. Another loss on the back end, though, as we take a look. Arrow is gone. But that's Dean the Beam with 2 knockouts under their belt.
Dang, unfortunate for Arrow. So it looks like Arrow's Ghost beat someone else, but then they lost their true fight, unfortunately going out in 7th there. I was really hoping for Arrow to pull that off, unfortunately. Let's see. It's a Ukulele here. For level 840. Oh. Wait, weren't we looking at Ukulele's board earlier and saying they were probably going to go fast 9 here, but then they ended up spending a good amount of gold on level 8? Maybe feeling a little scared that they were losing fights on stage 4 and figure that they want to roll to stabilize instead of risk missing on their level 9 roll down and just dying out instantly. Fighting against Jade Shot here. Yeah, Jade Shot was able to find the Hodge for the Katarina, looking really strong now. And I don't know if Ukulele has the upgrades to win this. Still stuck on a Yumi 1 and Garen 2 for their front line. No Yumi 2, no Leona 2. I think Ukulele, now that we rolled a little bit, we'll probably have to roll all our gold very, very soon. Twinkie going out in 6th as well. Like I was saying earlier, you take a really risky augment with Warpath, and not being able to cash it out just kind of guarantees a bot 4, unfortunately. Good try to like win streak early though. They were looking at it like a pretty good spot, but then they lost a few rounds, and then you just need so much momentum for that I want to work out.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those moments. The same thing with Dragon Balls, right? Dragon Ball,
Mhm.
7 Dragon Balls is so.
It's so
Even the payout for
streaky.
Dragon Ball, I think, also is kind of rough. But it's a very, you gotta hit the stuff if you want to win, and if you don't, like, these conditions will make you fall. Like, you will kneecap
Yeah.
yourself pretty hard.
Yeah.
Either way, though, taking a look at the boards, we are 1 player elimination away, but this lobby, I think, is a lot more contested than the others. Top is 36, lower is 16 at the current moment, so we are reaching into the deep bag of pain. 2 to 3 losses separate each of these players, which can get very messy depending on who hits what.
Yeah,
Always
I think I
alright.
missed a little bit on Jade Shot's earlier augments as well. We took patient studies here, which gives a lot of base econ, along with
Yep.
the golden guillotine augments, giving just like a ton of econ and components off of the rest of the lobby. And yeah, we were able to go 9, which is this is a very early level 9 board, and we were able to find a Lee Sin as well. Oh, losing to the Akali player. Wait, I might. This is Supreme Cell stuff might actually be
Yeah.
good. I might be wrong about this. This might be winning every single lobby from here on.
Well, what did the Akali grab as an augment as well? I don't think we were able to tap on that too much.
Crimson Veil. I
Yeah,
believe that's
that's
her best
huge.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal work. So not only that, doubling up and then having a Wraith component on the backside just to help. This is a massive fluctuation of traits. You take a look at the sideboard. That is, I believe, 9 traits active across the
Yeah.
board there. No level 3s, pure level 2s, saying screw it, we're gonna run it. For Supreme, good luck everybody else. That's a call and a half.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good for a DJ. And also, they I believe they went 8th last lobby, so looking to like even that out and have a strong finish here. Yeah, there could be some funny business with Akali RNG in some of these fights, but I'm definitely hoping for them to like top 2.
Oh, they did it. They did it. They tagged the Yumi. That feels so good. And not only that, for a secondary carry in the backside, the Rise being allowed to farm out at 2-star is beautiful work. I never thought about that because normally it's a mentor strategist build up. Having the Supreme Cell set up behind and just letting it build is disgusting work. We now had 3 players on risk of elimination. Ukulele on 11, Dean the Bean and Jade Shot both sitting at single digits. They are lucky to get to this monster round, but 6-1 is going to hit like a truck one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, Jade Shot, I thought they were going to have a really good game playing on their phone from work and an early Katarina 3, but they dropped down to 2 HP. It's looking a little scary now. Maybe they can find... I believe they had a Lee Sin at some point on their board. Hopefully they can find Lee Sin too, but... And then Dean the Bean, I believe, is 1 off from Malzahar. They hit it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Dean the Bean might actually be in a spot to now go first here. It's still gonna be really close, but if the enemy boards can't get through the front line enough, this Malzahar will just delete everything.
Yes. Wait, no, they're doing what I wanted. Put the Supreme Cell. Oh, okay, they didn't worry about that. They are gonna buff out someone else. Oh,
On
they
the
put it on
secondary
their
Malzahar.
secondary. They wanted the carry potential from the 3-star, but they go ahead and Supreme Cell. So as you said, they might be able to stabilize here, Mario. They're gonna run up against one of the stronger lobbies. That's a 2-star Yumi on the backside. We're praying for this Rammus and this Darius to survive, and it might just happen. Backside is getting eliminated. Yumi spitting out words, but it's not enough. Of course, it is only a copy, but you know what? It's a win, a win, a win.
Yeah, well,
wait, was Jade out?
Jade.
Oh, we swapped. Oh, we swapped. That was it. Okay.
Yeah, Dean the Bean.
Wait, no, did Dean?
Dean won. They found the Malzahar 3. They are looking to possibly go first now. I feel like their board is actually quite strong. Unfortunate for Jade to go out in 5th from what was like a very strong opener. Ukulele also having a really good spot to possibly go fast 9, but then I think they like kind of switched their plan a little bit, rolled a little bit more on level 8, and it's one of those things where you kind of need to commit. You either need to commit to go fast 9 and not roll at all on stage on level 8, or you roll on level 8s like until you hit all your upgrades and don't try to think about 9. But something that I also have mistakes with is like kind of just switching your game plan back and forth, and
Mhm.
that can sometimes just be be worse than just committing to a possibly suboptimal decision.
Yeah, well, taking a look here, 6-2 currently. Dean is going to try and fight. This is the composition that we mentioned before. However, it's a 3-star Zaya in the back. Nasty knock-up stun.
Oh.
And that's going to be enough to eliminate this front line as well. Quick elimination. Jawa is held at 19, and Pain is held. 6-3, 3 alive. Top 3 podium finish for all of them.
Yeah, really good for Jawa to top 3 with this board. Some of the early game items that we had, like we didn't have an early Rage Blade on the Zaya, and also Ai's not her best item as well. So I was a little worried from the spot. But we were able to top 3. I think Java can be happy about that. I mean, we're currently second place with HP, but I'm not really sure if this board can beat the other boards. I think Dean the Bean and DJN are both a bit stronger. See, this next fight, I want to see. Okay, DJN's fighting against Dean. Is Dean gonna be fighting DJN, or is it gonna be a ghost fight? But this next fight between Dean and DJN, oh yes, they are fighting each other. Okay, this next fight might decide who goes first here.
Let's wait and see, Mario. It's going to be a little bit mean. Let the build-up go. That Lee Sin is hanging on with 3 items. They put another Supreme Cell on it with the Bloodthirster, but they're immediately chopped up. This Darius is holding the line, at least for the moment, though. Ramus doing the exact same. Slam to the backside. Holding out for dear Lord. Jawa praying for it, but the Darius is bouncing around, and that's going to be the punch to the backside as DJ is held down at 13 as well, and Dean won. We're in a 3-way elimination position heading into the carousel.
Yeah, Dean won the fight. DJ was sitting on a Lee Sin 2 in their shop. Didn't have enough gold to buy it that turn, but we'll be able to buy it next turn. So DJ is going to be stronger this next fight around. I'm not really sure if Jawa can make their board stronger from this spot. Were they? Jawa was able to find the Star Guardian spot, actually. All 3 players, I think, got stronger here. Maybe Dean not improving too much off of Carousel, but I still feel like their board is very, very strong. Oh, they're one gold away from the Brom. Oh no.
You pray. All you can do is pray that you'll live somehow. This is either it all kabooms here, or we live to see 6-6. Like, that's literally it. You're not getting to the monster round at the end. This is game over in either this round or next, and I'm thrilled. Dean the Bean facing off against Jawa. It is full on facing. DJ is going to try their best to live against someone's clone. But this is the one that you were talking about earlier, Mario. You said Jawa, their comp needs to get stronger. They were able to go up to 4 Star Guardian thanks to that spat in the back, but they had a hard time chewing through the HP bars in the front. Massive rocket to go out here, reaches the back line, but again, you're staying alive. It's 3v2, but the burn from the mouths is too good, and that will be an elimination. Jawa falls, and Dean the Bean rising up to number 2.
Wow, yeah, this is so close. Well done to Jawa getting 3rd place. I think they should be very, very happy about getting 3rd place playing that comp.
Yep.
Yeah, Lee Sin 2 now for DJing. They are a good amount stronger here. I think, fortunately or unfortunately, I feel like a lot of this is going to be positioning diff. If the Akali can jump onto the Malzahar early in the fight, DJing can win the fight, or if the Lee Sin does some crazy stuff. But honestly, I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about this a bit more, I mean, Dean might be a little bit scared here. I thought Dean might go first, but I actually think Dean might want to power up the Ramus. I don't know how much damage this Darius is doing compared to the Malzahar, and if Malzahar is hard carrying the damage output on Dean's board, then we might want to power up our Ramus to be a little stronger for our frontline.
Well, you can't really do much more now. It's the
Yeah.
end. This is it. This was all in pre.
Malzahar's getting
This will be the
surrounded.
finish, and I don't think he got through in time. DJ is holding off, though. The Darius is still alive, though.
Wait
It's
a
coming down
minute.
to 1, and it
Oh
came
my
down to
goodness.
DJ to win it all. What a blow at the end. Multiple eliminations. Dean is out. DJing will be your first place at the end of Lobby B. Cup here on Ohgawdevents. It's been a treat so far, and we gotten to see some silly stuff all the way, and now we get to see the final game. Now, to keep in mind for those that are being eliminated and those that are moving on, it is the point total from the day, so that's what we're kind of looking at there. Big ups to all the players that have participated so far between the two lobbies, and hopefully they go ahead and take a victory at the end of the day. However, before we get into game number 3, I do want to give a big shout out once again to this amazing foundation, ABS-CBN Foundation International, who is a nonprofit dedicated to helping Filipino communities in need, empowering families through education, disaster response, child protection, and environmental initiatives that create lasting positive change across the Philippines as well. Right now, not only are they a fantastic organization, but their Sagib Kapamilya disaster response teams. I'm so sorry, I'm very bad at pronunciation, but they are currently working tirelessly to aid families affected by severe flooding, typhoons, as well as recent earthquakes along all the regions in the Philippines. They're helping them with food, they're helping them with hot meals, hygiene kits, and so much more. And that's what all the donations currently go to. 77 out of $200 so far being raised, and across the entirety of this 4-day event. If you want to go ahead and check out and donate, you can also check them out at abs-cbnfoundation.org. Once again, that is abs-cbnfoundation. cbnfoundation.org. I am so sorry about that. But once again, please go ahead, check them out, and see what they're all about. Mario, with that being said, we're heading into round 3. Oh my God, I'm stumbling over everything. Listen, I'm all over the place right now.
No, those words are tough.
We are headed into game number 3 and into a lobby of your choosing, which I'm excited to see.
I was a little confused about what lobby I was choosing, but I think we're going into lobby B. Trying to pull up the score
Yeah.
sheet here to see who's possibly looking to be eliminated, and who's going to be advancing into tomorrow. Let's see. I think so. Right now, it looks like Jaro is the point leader overall. Wait, they went first. Wait, this person's a beast. Nuke's falling behind them at 13 points. Gentle Bites, 12 points. Twinkie, 11 points. Ukulele J, 11 points. Maj, 10 points. Dean the Bean, 10 points. And Jade Shot playing playing from work on their phone at 9 points. And that's our current top 8 total between the two lobbies. In the bottom 8, we have DJ and also at 9 points. So it's a tie at 8th place here. Fishcake Boy at 8 points. Java, 8 points. Naylurk, 7 points. Labubu Latte, 6 points. Arrow, 6 points. A Galleon, 6 points, and then Psy, an unfortunate 2 points. But hey, they're here for the fun, and we're looking forward to see what they pull off again.
Yep. Listen, what I've learned is anyone sitting at the lower rungs has played crew, and that means they've automatically earned my respect. It doesn't matter if they only had 2 points or 6 points. They've earned my respect. That's all it is. This is perfect on the dot. That's all I'm going to say about that, Mario. That's all I wanted to say about that.
No, it's good to learn from. It's good to see what these other players like to play and pull out. Because honestly, like, I mean, I don't know if how many people in chat or whoever's watching have been paying attention to the TFT scene this last set, but I know there's been a lot of criticism for Riot in terms of, like, maybe balancing too much around pro players or not focusing enough on the pro players. Back and forth, and it's good to know that, like, hey, it's not just the pro players that we care about, it's also all these other players at all these other elos that are playing to enjoy the game for fun, for competition, for whatever it may be. We're all here for a good time, so yeah.
I think that's highly appreciated, especially in a scene where we do see competition and where it's progressively getting harder. I think a lot of people have talked about this at well. Gaming has been very centered around a competitive aspect with the rise of esports over so long, and to see a lot of games always have some sort of competitive mode has kind of taken some of the fun aspects out of a lot of gaming. Everyone generally assumes that there is going to be a competitive side, and to know that the game is influenced as such, it is a little bit difficult for a casual player to kind of swallow, because that once you start playing one of these games that is somewhat competitive, it's all about optimal, right? So I've got to agree with you. It's one of those moments where you do have to sit there and go, dang, hopefully we do get to see a little bit more of the fun aspects, the silly aspects, and watch how chaotic a game can be and yet still be fun and competitive at the end of the day. So I got to agree with you on that one. Maybe a little bit too routed around the competitive aspects of the tournaments and all. Ooh, okay. So heading into this game 3, though, we have a fun little lobby. We got Lulu to open up. Oh my God!
We got it!
Oh
We got
my
it!
Yo!
I'm so happy.
Day one, the charity gods have given us love. All right, we gotta write this down. We got DJ, and we got Prodigy. I think that's Edgelords and Academia. absolute hell on the handbasket right there.
Yeah, DJN probably gonna be looking to vertical Prodigy Battle Academia here. Pretty good spats. We'll see how they're able to pull it off. I know there's some other probably spats that cap out higher, but I mean, if you're seeing these Prodigy and Battle Academia together, like you're definitely happy about that for sure.
Yeah. I'm scared for what the other ones are though.
Yeah,
I'll be
so
I'll be
one of these
really honest,
players
Mario.
is
Like
gonna
that's
be
a whole
sad.
fun.
One of these players is gonna be sad and immediately from stage 1, but we'll see what they can pull off.
Oh, okay, okay. We got
This-
strategist and prodigy. Not the worst in the world. I will always say, strategist 5 slaps. No matter what anyone says, strategist 5 is brutal to deal with if it's set up properly. Like it can hit so hard. We got executioner, sniper, and supreme. Okay, that can be dirty. That can be so dirty if you get the right champs.
Yeah, possibly playing around a Kali here. Yeah, as you were mentioning with the strategist spat earlier, that one's one of the more flexible spats. You can play into a lot of different comps. Here, looking at
Yeah.
Dean now, we have, oh my gosh, Luchador plus Edgelords together. Another great combo.
Oh my, what is this?
A lot of players are hitting good combos with their spats. Juggernaut.
Oh,
What?
What? They didn't just give you the freaking silver platter, Mario. They gave you the 5-course buffet of trainer golems. Oh my god.
Wait, everyone's hitting. Actually, it's insane
What?
combos.
What is this world? I
Edgelord.
think outside of who did we see earlier? I think it was DJ, right? I think outside of DJ, there is 100% 2 out of 3 that just about anyone can run in conjunction with the comp, right?
Who's this arrow? So it looks like there's 3 players in the lobby that have Crystal Gambit spats. I forget which was it.
Oh my gosh.
Arrow, Jay, and Twinkie. Yeah, I think Twinkie might have the best spat combination for Crystal. We'll see if they commit to it because they did recently
That is
nerf it the last patch, but
insane.
I think it's still playable from spots like this. So we'll see what happens. Silver Augment Opener. Is this Pandora's items? I think on the side of DJ on here. Staying flexible with the items.
Yep.
Or it's Pandora's bench. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's gonna be.
so-
Normally, Pandora's Bench, you either want to reroll like 1 or 2 costs, or try to hit a 3-star 4 cost. But with the spats that we have, probably playing for vertical prodigies, I think we're gonna maybe try to 3-star a 4 cost this game if no one else is playing prodigies. We'll have to keep an eye on that later as we keep going here. Jade Shot. What is this? This is the double dupes. Rage Blade.
Yeah.
Refruiting. Oh wait, no, we just sold the Nari, found the Kaisa. Wait, this is actually really good here as well. We have Supreme Cell Spat plus the Executioner plus snipers here for our trainer Golem. Rageblade isn't. I don't think Rageblade is the best item right now on Kaisa, but we could be using it for temporary early game and trying to put this on a Kali late game. So we'll see how that goes. Jawa here with a 2-star Zaya on 2-2. Not a good item, but like,
But not on one of the edgelords.
Yeah, this is a crazy lobby already.
I love the fact that it's not on one of the edgelord players though. Like that, this is such a feels bad moment. I think they had Sniper Luchador as their primaries. I think is what I saw. So this
Sniper
is
Luchador.
Yeah,
I know. I'm feeling better about that. I chose this lobby now.
Yeah, I know. I hate you for it, but it's so good. It's so good at the same time. Okay, so here's the reason. We're in early game. I can yell about this, right? The only reason I'm mad about golems is because I don't get to play my favorite comp, which is crew.
Gosh.
Quite literally, you can't run crew with golems. There's no reason to. It's complete booty cheeks, whatever you want to say. You can't do it. So it's just like you can't run it. And I've never gotten a lobby like this where I actually get good golems. All my golems are just like. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go cry in a corner now. So rant over. That's why you can't play crew with golems. So
No, I understand. Now I understand why you dislike the golems. It's the crew inside of you. It's the crew.
Yes, it is the crew. It is the crew. I want to explore space, and I'm grounded whenever I see golems come out. It's so sad. Anger of the days. But we do get to go ahead and see Dean the Bean taking out J-Shot a little bit. So we do see the build up at least to this early game here, which. What do we expect to see from Golems? Do we expect to see comp speed slammed immediately, or do we see that flexibility rolling into late? Because I mean, it's Golems, right?
Twinkie has wait, what was this segment called? Young, Wild, and Free. It's unfortunate that they're first pick on Carousel because you're not getting a lot of value off of that augment. But right now, like with this early game, I'm looking for people to hit their trait thresholds earlier than normal with the extra +1 spats. Specifically the Crystal Gamut players. I know Twinkie is one of them. I think it was like I'm curious if it's all the bottom 3 players in terms of HP. If those are the players that have Crystal Gamut and they're all trying to force this line. Fish Cake with an early
Okay.
Giant Slayer Slam. Pretty good here. Lucian 2. One last fight. Possibly going to win the next 2 fights. Going into neutrals would be nice. Yeah, with the Prodigy plus Strategist plus Luchador. I mean, the combination of spats here isn't the best, but each one individually is pretty decent in power. Specifically Strategist. It's just so flexible. You
Yeah.
really play it into... you can find a way to fit into any line.
I think it's just, again, Strategist gives the best of both worlds, right? We've seen so many people run like the J4 style Strategist with, obviously I love it. You know, you're talking about Cruz and talking about like the old school was Strategist, Ziggs, and J4's frontline. Like that was OP, but the frontline value that you get can be ridiculous. Taking a look here though, it's a build up of a mentor. At least a little bit. We got a Kabuko sitting up in the front lines, out with these gloves, tanking up that 2-star Zaya, who is just not having a good time. Jawa taking their first loss of the game.
How does this person have a 2-star Darius? What is going? There's some cheaters in this lobby. What is going on here? 2-star Darius on stage 2. Some suspicious activity here. I kind of want to take a look at Twinkie's board again. They're lowest in HP. They're going. Looks like they're going for 5 loss. They did right. This was a player I believe who went first in the first lobby today. But then they kind of fumbled a little bit trying to go for a more risky line game 2. But we'll see if they're able to pull this back. I mean, this is looking good. We have 5 Crystal Gambit extremely early. I think normally with 5 Crystal, you want to eventually get to the point where you're strong and winning every fight and cashing out very frequently instead of going for full loss. But full loss is good early if we can maintain it. And I expect for someone of the level of Twinkie to be able to pull it off. But we'll see. Fighting against Arrow here, another Crystal Gamut player, but Arrow's going more for the win streak line, trying to get these more frequent cash outs with the Kaisa 2 that we started off with early. Honestly, good spots for both of these players, I think.
It's not bad to sit in for sure. I'm so curious to see how, you know, stage 3 and stage 4 are really going to influence the game. Obviously, it's, you know, people are kind of set, but stacking is one thing with the Kaisa, making sure to hit some of the extra moments around, as we do see a couple executioners set. But at the current moment, we are still waiting. I'm also curious if we're going to get Prismatic augments. Prismatic would be very silly to watch here as well with Golems, but there's going to be a frontline setup for Jade as they find another, find a little Lulu in there, transform it into Rammus.
Yeah, looking at these spats from Jade Shot, I thought they were originally going to try to play around a Kali late game, but I forgot that they took this duplicator augment, which is more centered for reroll lines, and I can only expect them to be playing for reroll Kaisa and Rammus and this old school Kaisa board. It's a little unfortunate that I believe Arrow also had a 2-star Kaisa already, so it's gonna be a bit harder to find our units. But I mean, if you're gonna hit this 2-star Kaisa soon in the next few rounds, this could be good. Let's see, Degen, good items on Hat Trick. Syndra here. It's only a Syndra 1. We are already starting to reroll our forecast here. Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for Degen. DJ hitting a 3-star forecast. Let's see. Maybe let's take a look at a few other boards.
Yeah. I think people are going to be happy, at least overall, with the current state of where they're at in 3-1. It's all about, you know, how deep is a spread going to go? Twinkie specifically, obviously dropping about 30 HP early feels bad, but, you know, depending on how the next few pan out, especially for the augments, you can see some shifts. Right now, though, we are watching Jawa still take another one, as Arrow's going to fall a little bit lower in the ranking, down to 75.
Gold Destiny.
Ooh.
And Tower Defense. Oh, these are such good augments to pick, both of them.
Well, he re-rolled one of them, so they're going to take a little time. Gold Destiny is you know,
Oh,
always
and it
interesting, but
oh wait, we know.
okay.
Wait, we oh, I keep on getting confused between the two Kaisa players, but I think Arrow, who we were looking at before, I think they are playing the more Akali-centric version of the board here with this augment pickup. Yeah, Jade Shot going for the reroll. Oh my gosh, double reroll augments. That's a bit risky. We can spike early, but we might fall off late going into stage 4. Keep scouting around here. Explosive growth from who is this player? Dean the Bean. Wow. Noble Sack. Oh, Gold Destiny and Noble Sack. This is very good for Jawa. It's funny that Jawa not having a spat that synergizes well with Zaya, but going for a Zaya reroll. I think they already had 6 Zayas on the side of Jawa's board. Fight against Ukulele here. Ukulele. Let's see. I think they're trying to play for Mouse, possibly? Or
I
possibly,
guess
like...
yet to be seen, right?
Yeah, or possibly an early Zyra as well. Some outs here.
Give it a little bit of time.
Elusive.
Yeah, magnetic chest, of course, always a nice one to pick up. Hats are stacking, but got knocked down once, as DJ has lost 50% of them, down to only 8. So it feels a little bit bad right there. I believe that's what, 3%, I think, up in their pocket. So they're going to be okay on that one. But for the current moment, 3-3, sitting at 50 econ. So around this time, I always say you're sad about this because you're in the middle of the pack going into carousel, meaning like you don't. It doesn't feel great, I guess is the only way to put it.
Yeah, we are. I mean, our gold isn't. It's kind of in the middle. Yeah, it's not too good. It's not too bad. We would probably prefer like a better item holder here or like an upgraded unit. But we were able to find the Leona off of our Pandora's bench, so that's one good thing going for a Dejin here. Looking back at Twinkie's board, we're going for a big cash out. It looks like. Let's see. Can we hover over the Crystal Gambit to see how close we are to the cash out for 2021 out of 250? Player combat's fought 1 out of 3, so this is gonna be 2 out of 3, kind of correctly, and then 3 out of 3 on 3-5. So it'll be they're either gonna cash out like I think 3-5 on late this stage, or we'll see if they try to YOLO and push for one more cash out. But I think they're probably gonna have to cash out this stage. I think their HP is just getting a little bit too low here.
Yeah.
Going
I
for
think
the
300 is fine. I think 300 is fine.
Yeah, it's definitely good enough to win the lobby for sure. Yeah, they're definitely hoping for probably like an Ashe or some other quality unit here on Carousel. But hopefully this Poppy with a rod is good enough.
Well, we'll see what they exactly angle for here. I think this is going to be a treat at the end of the day as we see a lot of offensive items being grabbed up here. There's a Poppy 4 on, or not a Poppy 4, what am I saying? A Poppy on bench, though, for Arrow if they wish.
Yeah, Poppy pair here, double Nashers. Yeah, this is definitely going for a Kale version of the board. It's really interesting to see these trainer golem lobbies. The reason why I like them a lot is one is like it throws in a little bit of randomness that I guess I enjoy. But it really makes you like play the game in a different way than it's normally played, right? Normally without trainer golems, you're kind of just playing all these meta comps and just seeing which one is uncontested and trying to pilot it as best as you can. But with these trainer golems, getting 3 extra spats, it really changes what the best fully capped comps could be. So really, you're kind of it's up to your own creativity to figure out what's best from your spot.
And we're seeing that creativity here. Lucian carry right now, using that Nashers plus Kraken Slayer plus a little bit of that Jeweled Gauntlet, running with more of those roll calls on the top of the head, but they are winning out here. So Fish Cake Boy, even though you're sitting on 1 stars, 2 stars, you're hanging on a decent bit at the end of the day.
It's a comfortable spot. Let's see if we can take a look at Twinkie's board. I think they cashed out. They cashed out. They got. Oh, what was the? I don't know if they were able to make it to 300. They might have gotten a slightly lower cash out, or I could be misunderstanding the cash out tables, but I don't know if this is the cash out that you were hoping for.
Nope.
3-star Malphite and 3-star Ezreal on this Crystal Gambit board. They're rolling. Oh, they found an Ashe. They're rolling all their gold here on 7.
I don't think you have a choice though.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention to the items that they made earlier. I think if we made like some more 80 centric items, we could have maybe played for Ash carry and sacked 1 or 2
Yeah.
rounds and rolled on stage 4. But here, because of the Jewel Gauntlet and the
Oh.
Archangels and this Lich Bane, it looks like we're trying to play around Janna carry here. I
Yeah,
believe Janna carry is best playing like veteran version with the power up. We might try to fish for that power up later. It's not that we've abandoned the line. It's just we're kind of just playing with what we have currently. But we'll see how we make this board work out going into next stage. It's not the cash out they were hoping for, but we can work with this.
I mean, they're already showing it here, right? Very nice win going in. Twinkie being able to keep the 33 HP, not a bad spot. Currently, 1 behind Arrow, who might be taking a few more unfortunate losses, but we get 3-7 creep round, and they're gonna be real happy getting some more units, some more gold, maybe some new items in there. We do see 3 components in one hand. I'm sure everyone else holding on to quite a bit before this 4-1.
Yeah, I expect Twinkie to just go for that Janna 3 and then push levels after that. Jade Shot here was able to find the Kaisa 3 with all our extra dupes. Here's where we're kind of strongest, or potentially one of our strongest moments in the game relative to the rest of the lobby. So we're definitely hoping to win the next several rounds. But I will be a little worried to see if we can cap out strong or bleed out here. Taking Fury Break, this is a new power-up that they introduced a few patches ago. I believe how it works is that if you put it on a unit, a few moments in the game, if your other units die, then the Fury Break unit gets a burst of attack speed or extra attack speed. But if the Fury Break unit dies early, then it actually gives the attack speed to the rest of the board.
It's an interesting one. That's actually why you saw I think it's the Kale 1-star just like planted firmly in the front. It's a sacrifice bonus. It reminds me of, what is it, the Devourer a little bit. Having the Devourer on like a heavyweight or anything. What used to be popular, I think, was Darius carry. You would feed it, I think, like
yes, and just have like a Giga Darius.
That's at least what it reminds me of, but right now it might not be holding up as well as you wish. Kaisa's working though, I lied! 1 HP, baby!
A very close fight. Who did we... Let's see, are we fighting... Where's... Oh, Prismatic? Okay, I like this.
We had an ascending, I guess, ascending as well here. Silver, gold, and Prismatic.
Yeah. What do we take here? Radiant Relics. Radiant Sojin.
Jeez.
That is...
How many spears do you need? How many spears do you need, my brother?
Yeah, we're probably hoping for something a little bit better, but honestly, Sojin might have been one of the better picks from what we were given. Still a little sad, but we'll see how this works out. See if we can maybe take a look at Arrow's board. They're down to 19 HP. They only have 1 or 2 more rounds to stabilize their board until they start feeling a little sad here. Again, another player pulling out this Supreme Self Spat. I think the Prismatic version of these augments tends to be a little bit weaker than the gold version of the emblem augments.
Yep.
And then we're also not sitting on... We have 0 upgrades. We used all our gold. This is looking very rough from what I thought was a half-decent opener, unfortunately. But we'll see.
Oh, okay. I almost dig the Cassante on the end as well, but that Akali's doing work.
That Akali, like 1 or 2 shot to beat Kaisa there.
I mean, solid work there. What's the power up on that? Is that Crimson Veil again? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, Rocket Grab. Okay, can we hover?
It's not bad. It's just funny. I think we stunned Mario, by the way. Mario hasn't spoken for like 10 seconds now, and I'm wondering what happened. Yeah, that's a moment and a half. Either way, though, taking a look at some of the rest here, we do go ahead and take a look at Dean the Bean, who is currently sitting at a pretty high rank, 73 HP left. Going with a heavyweight front line, a little bit waning on the attack speed on the Gnar on the back side. Double Strike, pretty solid as well, always having that 25% chance to get an extra auto attack down. So you can chew through some of these weaker sides while allowing that Darius on the Bludgeoner to slap on through. But again, the heavyweight as the tank. Brutality above there, as that is going to be yet another victory. Well played. Man, well held. So this is pretty solid by Dean, who is still sitting at a fairly nice spot as well. When we took a look, Dean was sitting at 10 points. They are trailing one behind both Ukulele J and Twinkie. So if you get a high placement and you see both of them fall, that's a dub. Good win coming out as well from DJ with that Supreme Cell, with that Akali that landed. Heading into the carousel is going to be a little bit of time. Unfortunately, no crew here, but that also makes sense. This lobby is, again, once we look at round 3, it is very important that we do get to see players really buckle in, make sure they make that cutoff line. We do see a pan, though. The frying pan is such an interesting one. It is going to be grabbed by Fishcake, who is still building up a lot of those emblems, still trying to build a lot of that econ there. Quick grab, though, as a race for the TF goes the way of Dean, who was able to just gently snag that 5 cost plus the BF sword. Solid stuff right there. Not only that, DJ landing on the Radiant Gargoyle Stone Plate, becoming a menace, which I actually really like. So something that a lot of people I think might or might not like. I love Radiant tank items. There's a few that I selectively think are OP beyond a doubt. Radiant Gargoyles, I think, is one of the best in the game. Not only does it give a buff to the amount, because it's stacking, right? Every single enemy that attacks you adds another 15-15. Plus, on top, a 1.5 heal. I believe it's the only upgraded Radiant that adds a random heal in there. All the other items, I believe, just upgrade their base stats. Radiant Gargoyle is the only one that adds an innate 1.5. I know it sounds bad, 1.5. That's wild to add on an item that already gives so much, and then you bank on the back as well with a 2-star Yuumi with Gunblade. It means you're never really going to run out of HP, so it is a solid choice for Radiant, which is what keeps DJ's front line with the Bastions and now with the Prodigies in line for a top 4 possible finish. Really well done there. Fishcake coming on the backside. We're still waiting to see what the frying pan is going to go into. Right now, all these different emblems are a little bit weird, and until we see the next item, it is kind of the will of the people. At the end of the day, we're still seeing a 9 different trait build out once again, which can yield some benefits, but okay, now we go ahead and see the swap. I'm curious. They're going to go for the J4. Okay, I do like this call. Huge pickup there with the 2-star. You're going to bank out at Resistant, which is just a flat 25 deleted. And you're going to build out with, okay, somewhat good, but you're facing off against a pretty heavy hitter. This is Jade Shot, once again with the Supreme Cell. Are they going to hold it down? Big lineup coming out, chewing through the HP bars, but still, we're seeing the Kaisa and the Akali try and hold out. It's not going to be enough, though. Fishcake with that very strong J4 on the back line, able to make it happen. Not only that, build out with that Karma, who is kitted to the teeth, by the way, shifting over into a Sork side mech. Love what they've done so far. Fishcake is positioning themselves to maintain position in this game. 4 players under 20 heading in to creep round 4. Not bad overall, but the split is wildly different. 63 to 57, and then you drop to 38 to 10. This is, on the day, at least on stream, the fastest we've seen a reach to a break point. All the other ones, I think we started seeing eliminations at about 5-5, 5-6, and so maybe we can do a TriCast if you can be heard on stream. I think 100%. It's a lot of fun. Yeah,
I'm back, but I might be
Mario's
delayed.
back.
You're okay.
You're what?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. My power went out. We had like recent storms, but we'll see if I can power through those last few moments.
You're good. Listen, they heard
totally
that you
forgot.
were happy about golems. They heard you were happy about golems, and then
I got
immediately,
cursed
tried
by
to
it.
do that.
Yeah, I got smited. I got.
Yeah.
Got smited by all the players.
Oh.
Yeah, someone. Not to
No,
throw
by
shade, but someone might have
Pinecco.
put a shot collar
By
on me.
Pinecco. He said, "Oh hell no." I went to our Snapchat. I told Pinecco that we had golems, and he was like, "Oh hell."
Oh gosh.
Well, it's like, especially in a tournament, it feels so bad, right? Like you want, it's
You want
it's a
it your
side
way.
factor of playing. Yeah, like, well, it's also like the more RNG there is in a game, the worse it feels like a lot of the time for a competitive aspect. And golems is like the top tier of RNG base winning.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's something behind it, but it's like if you get bad emblems, you can't really say anything. You just lose. Like, what else is there?
But thankfully, a majority of our players got pretty solid emblems that are like synergized pretty well, which is very lucky and pretty good RNG.
Yeah.
But oh, Mario,
Oh,
Jade Shot's
Jade-
out though.
Oh.
Jade lost on
No.
5-1. No. Jade Shot, we salute. Jade Shot, we
think he's home
salute.
now.
You played your heart
Oh,
out.
sevens. Thank you for playing on your phone.
Oh no, he got off work. He needed the work
Yeah.
buff. That's what he needed.
The worst.
All right, Mario. What are we looking at? 5-2 first elimination. 4 under 20 right now. This is looking a bit wild, I think, for a stage 5.
Yeah, I'm looking from the stream right now. Looks like we have on Jawa's board the 3-star Zaya. I mean, this is looking pretty decent against Ukulele's board. Ukulele's looking like they're missing at least a upgrade on their Jinx, but oh, finally someone bring out this Volibear board and oh, so close.
Wow.
I think
It was that
I think
last
if-
bounce.
Yeah, I think
It
if
was that
Ukulele
last
can
auto that was so good.
find a few more upgrades, they can maybe get a better placement here. Yeah, unfortunate for Jade Shot. Let's see, Fish Cake Boy
Jade
and
said I
Arrow.
should have stayed on my phone.
Oh no!
He's in chat right
No.
now.
Jade, you tried. We appreciate you. Jade, you tried though. You know, respects S in chat. That was a solid tier play. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Taking a look though, we did see double Cassante to start out for, I believe it was DJ as well as it was either Arrow or Twinkie. I think both of them were able to 2-start. So Protector's really coming online. It is Arrow. We're literally looking at Arrow. I don't know what I'm talking about. Either way, mech build out here plus a setup currently sitting at 7 for them. So that mech is doing a lot of work. Nice slam down though with an extra HP bar, trying to give a little bit more time for this Akali to build up. Akali with a backline deletion. Of course, the mech is still online though, and that might be who the Fish Gang, who paid this Akali, bro, too real.
Wow.
However, it might not matter what a heal up though, as that's a stomp on the head, and Ukulele and Fish Cake Boy are gone. Arrow surviving to placement 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
close.
I think. Hey, there we go, Mario. Hello, sorry.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm a bit multitasking here, but yeah, close fight for sure. Yeah, a lot of mech boards coming out, and also Akali's. I'm very surprised about that. It could be a meta shift just due to the recent patch. We'll see if these comps continue to see play in the next several days of the tournament here.
That would be wild, actually. I gotta agree with you on that. Seeing a meta build out of an individual tournament. Normally you see that with like FGC titles and everything. To see something like that happen in a TFT tournament of all things would be very, very interesting.
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it's something that like elite players can actually pick up on that mid tournament and play around it. Then it's really a credit to them. But yeah, we'll definitely see if its own mini meta comes out from this tournament. DJ on here,
Dang.
upgraded Yumi, 2-star Malzahar, 5 Prodigy, 6 Battle Academia. We're level 8. We're looking to go 9. We're pretty healthy. Looks like our frontline is missing a few upgrades, but I'm pretty sure we're healthy enough to actually go 9 here and probably be able to fit in another Battle Academia or just another 5 cost, quality 5 cost, and potentially get a really good finish, stay top 2. Fighting against Twinkie on the other side here. I believe Twinkie ended up getting like 2, like at least 1 spat from. We have 1 spat from our augment, 1 spat from the golem. A lot of upgrades here.
Yeah. I mean, not just that, just the Crystal Gambit itself, having a 2-star Zyra on the backside, but 2-starring that Duelist Ashe and having near perfect items on it with a solid 2 more in the back with the Malphite and the Ez. Nasty work to sit at Crystal Gambit 8 and to hold on. Like this itemization, this build out, this power that's been built, the only thing that could be better, 3-starring the Swain. That honestly could be the only thing in my opinion.
Yeah, and really credit to Twinkie to be able to pull this out. What I thought was like a really suspicious cash out, getting a 3-star Malphite and Ezreal. I was not thinking that was gonna be a strong enough cash out, but we were able to make it work. Able to get several cash outs here now on a win streak version of Crystal Gambit. And honestly, if we keep on continuing to cash out good items and other upgrades, we might be able to win the lobby. It's looking really good.
I like
here
how they
for
also
Twinkie.
did what I said, which is the Thieves Gloves on Malphite just to get a quick little boost. It's not much, by the way. It's really not.
Yes.
It's like, what, 60 armor versus 20 or something like that. It's not huge, but it's doing enough. Not only that, we can see that draw coming out of the Swain, hanging on as the poor Akali cannot hold on. Problem being, that was a clone. Arrow is gone, though. Arrow got eliminated.
See Dean here on this Edgelord Luchador board. Man, this is another close lobby. I actually don't really know if it's like for sure that the Crystal Gambit player is gonna win out, or if one of these other boards is gonna win. Because like Dean's in a really good spot. DJan, I believe, is playing the Prodigy board with the Pandora's Bench. If no one's looking out for a 3-star 4 cost, DJing might be able to find it and win the lobby that way. What was Jawa playing? Can't quite remember.
Jawa was playing, Bastion Edgelord, I think is kind of what we're seeing here. A mixture in there.
Yeah, the Xayah Bastion board. Again, I believe this is the second time we see one of these boards going into top 4.
Yeah.
We're rolling on level 8 here. Finding the Poppy 2, that's really, really good. Let's see. We have 3 removers. I would like to see some removers being used on the Poppy. Okay, very, very nice. Never mind.
Yeah. A little extra damage is always helpful, by the way. That's mainly what it is. Hitting a 3-star this late is nice to have.
Yeah, this is, I mean, really good for Jawa to hit those upgrades. I'm a little worried if we might just be playing a lower cap board, similar to last game with the Xayah. So here between DJan and Dean the Bean. Yeah, DJan's rolling for 5 costs here with Pandora's Bench. Looking to maybe...
Oh, but I think did they make it? Oh, they did! Oh, DJ staying alive here, and that's huge for them. I mean, main thing, we saw him bleeding out a little bit of HP earlier. I was wondering what was going to happen because we saw the Leona being built up. Really nice hit on the 2-star Leona to stay alive.
Yeah, this is really close. Every player has like their own... Wait, Twinkie died? Who did Twinkie die to? What?
Oh, wait, can we go back? We can look at the top, right? We can look at the...
Lost to Jawa.
Oh, Jawa!
Holy... Okay, I might be completely underestimating this Xayah board.
Yeah, that was the one that we just watched, right? That was the exception. That's what we were talking about. The fact that we saw a lot of extra damage come out. No, it wasn't. There's 2 Leona 2s. I'm an idiot. Never mind. You're right. Xayah's crushing it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Xayah doing well above expectations here. I wonder if that means Jawa is now the strongest player in the lobby. I really wonder what happened last fight. I wonder if it was like completely fight RNG, positioning stuff, or if Jawa is just stronger. Running against Dean here
right now. Those slams are brutal,
by
the way, and it's enough to cap out Twinkie as well. Wait, no, Jawa's gone. I do apologize, Dean. Dean took it away. Jawa lost 16 damage to a 14 HP.
That was crazy. Yeah, we might be getting a little bit of like rock, paper, scissors between every single comp, finding a comp that they're good against and a comp that they're bad against. Twinkie out in 4th, Jawa out in 3rd. Between DJan and Dean here for top 2. We'll see which one's able to pull through. I know this Lee Sin unit is kind of a menace. 2-star Lee Sin, good TG items here. I mean, we got lucky gloves. Final boss is one of the better power-ups on Lee Sin as well. Yeah, Dean's looking really good. I think if Lee Sin can get a good ult, multiple good ults in the fight, and if the Volibear can keep on healing and staying alive, I think Dean will have the upper edge against DJan going to these last few fights. But DJan has more HP and might be able to stall enough for some other upgrades.
Let's see if it works right now. This could be the elimination depending on who takes the victory. Nice Spirit Bomb to come in, but Dean is still staying alive for the moment. But it's not enough. DJ with the survivability, the Prodigy, the lifestyle is good, and DJ will take it on home with disgusting win to put themselves at 17 points.